it's true. Oh, diabetes, no, baby, yes, but you don't have to wait. Say be night. Tontina can also help if you get a blister. I done a crook sebia. Sena make kind last. Tontina is one product that can help you with the wound as well. Blisters on when you're tontina ever boa. Okay, so whilst it is treating the condition, the main condition is diabetes, now a boanso with the complications, and so if you are in a wound that will call hospital, you see a bit one night when you're tontina 74, you better whilst you are taking it in, what the bed dress you will so.
Okay.
Yeah, with the wounds, the bliss. When you're 29, once you take it in, we use it to dress the wound as well.
Okay. And to be a diabetic patient, that's a what diabetes.
Yes.
Oh, no, my drone, not a crobia beto now, baby. No.
Yeah.
Oh, no, be an old fair doctor. Telephone number dibe to Jana on better kwanya obe used to be the address
chrono.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
A crona abeto na who be a kokromuti and now nanso baby abu bom pumpunya efrase ye chrono. Doctor say a drawing air tontina 74. We frase say wonum ene ya no wo kwa pharmacy drugstore heba shop baby e ben wo bia no no akoto tontina e the telephone number na etudwa na wa frɛ doctor enti wo be kire wo num no enu ebi na abesanso use e di address ekuro no a kyese abeto wo na ho no na kyese aboa wo papa abusuafo onse me ayi me di ho adanse because minim de we diabetes e di ni penya wo wiase ya eye abusuan ya de enti no ufrase yakra na ya na ye monto e pese ya de boy yan sa wadro enti immune booster ufrase na wunum bia na ketesi abrantie hwihwi na ye exercise not necessarily say obeso ya kwa gym ukwa walk kakra na utiri wumpom kakra hwihwi kakra bo skipping kakra na onya tontina 74 miss cha no mo aka ho e de any diabetes only to kwanta apa
easy
dog
yeah.
Because na diabetes obia or ya diabetes bia o BP ewo way any yade or it comes with so many ways, say, you know, into complications. Into yes, your mom who buying dog.
Yeah.
So you man met me a pal.
Oh, my man, Casabe cry.
Okay, diabetes need the minimum the air cost
no, okay.
I was saying, so now, Miss Kamagana food.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I say, a boy, a mamma.
But the way say me, did be brain me, yakase.
Oh, the once would you so would you money?
But me told a team number call.
Yeah.
Okay. And see, I was for said your dog, Akano. So who diabetes eyewa ya de bebre na deba mo na abrofu no ne do ato so awonum saa kopinse nyankopɔ beto nsafre wo no na ede ho yare wa hodo pi na eba ese wo kidney frase ese ya na wo behunu se na onase frase ebobom pumpunya ekuro no ebebeba afa na de ni yade so enenemu na eba so ho wa hwe ya ne akoye wo surgery ne wani no kra no ansan so ama back biem enti doctor wa ha die obesori enche na wa fa telephone number no wa frɛ no na wa boa wo ye diabetic patient ana simple kura no e wabusuani mu awusuro sɛ wo betimi anya bia entempa no na kyerɛ sɛ wa frɛ wo no wa penuo ni bi wo penuo ni bia e yade a e beboa wo papa dog set telephone numbers ni on okay enti wo betimi afrɛ 0246 073498 0246 073498 and now says 0501 628931 0501 628931 after dog yan send ye no
okay nti obenom 2074 na obe heating issue yeah insu share no be fa 30 mils a trainer yedidi no you know nti ufa insu share na obe se gu cup bi mu o hwe yedru na ye was small we bi so cup measuring cup bi so yedru na obe fa na 20 mil cup na back here 10 mil nti obe bu cup na nso mienu e de gu insu share no mu na wanom 30 minutes ansa na we didi
okay
30 minutes ansa we didi anopa eni enwumre 30 minutes and so na we did na say ebia wo de ni crew when your crew be na opesa what the dress here after say wa cleaning a crew no with ebia normal saline and I say in so share the anchor in so dia afra in so share now the anchor trading you know juice
o the anchor trade ensu afra ensu share now the anchor trade wechi agum afra now the address crew nenim kama okay
we are no ape goals on obesuki 29 or goals me now the atali a crew no so no wa chechere.
Okay.
Yeah. And this would need a crew be a song and I say a chair or home pa and best son 2 times daily.
Okay.
And opa any number. And that's a new crew a song so I'll best son once. A debut our best son once. Now when in the casan some of the times in the course of the treatments in the bit man can say okay, see the echo into ube treatments no ben and the following day you not do. The next day, no why.
Okay.
So that will be from consultation. Into numbers, no more freya depending on the size of the wound. Send your actual ones, we can give you direction on how to go about using it.
Okay. Any send you we are the university. Telephone number me sound so at subia me na de bama diabetes for. Yes, wa diabetes how would the draw so no emu ya de wa who do pin na but more than friend number 0246 073498 0246 073498 and now say 0501 628931 0501 628931 sebe be tono biano tontina 74 Benya biato pharmacy herbal drugstore bebia okashi drug lane mu nyina
okode ebukra
ni do so puo mu hono mo ne wo enti obia wo pese o boost immune system nko adea na kire se eye tontina 74 na emomu no se na be ya wo ma wo remfinti no wo kwana akwakoto a wo se wo pe T74 dog ya na wase ewie
mess me da CP mami yeah pacho now say daddy name mommy yeah
enen so maji tu me fan ko mada nyame hira wai da se pa
hira won so
Timin Kabiano, Accra 100.5 FM Suni Citizen Show. A free summary of Copim Seno Sia Bebo, come home, Nayan Kamomnian Smo, my Ghana, and then some of one mopa. Enche be Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Abano ya penny was swafa temwe jumano, wano ena edano Dr. Dominic Kayeni, Obeya press conference, Obekasa, Edian Obeka. Se emeri dra ye be fa ne life na ye de abregana fo ewie ba bibia wo bia nchia sonko enkoma wo ebiemu o djuma mu etisei e de na ekoso anope me chese me phone no an se nkrofo fresa Ghana ye butu Ghana ye sesese bidin na nama ejako kwabena bo bia nsa kwabena ka unu aba o aseda piesie enkoma Ernest Kwame Kwache executive producer Citizen Show as debium enkoma ejimba na darumenti ni stream live e Facebook Accra 100.5 FM abusuafo baby bia wo bia wie wa join misremo mun share me Facebook page na munfa emame me patcho share me Facebook page na fama me ewie Ghana's #1 television station CTV so yadamu live eda so live yeda CT you just say about CTV ahun CTV so yadamu live CTV ewie Ibrahim Musa ajone me Kofi Japan ginamu wise man Castro suwanie no watay ensu se wonie na cha se ne omu jone me awie saa Achu Geshon suwanie Agboja Natania suwanie Godfred Daglomote suwanie me patcho mun share me Facebook page na mun fama me na na wiafi akenten wose na nama please where is of Kwabena Bobi ansa Kwabena de Ghana why enche Kwabena beba why Anthony Paka Alote patcho mun share me Facebook page na mun fama me obi a wa join me bia share me Facebook page na fama me Dubai for no mo yade papa Kata for no mo yade papa Donald Kojo Anamana Ebenezer Mokta join me awie Robert Junior suwanie Ose where is Ken Oforiata Alaji Abusu wanie Rafken suwanie Jerry Uncle Jerry J Uncle Jerry who to say na na esifi suwanie kwesiata suwanie Mausi me miele udie de papa Abdul Wadud suwanie Kafri Bright for joining me e Sean Mosuwanie Dominic Mikado suwanie Haruna ba no corruption suwanie Ajara matusuanie Kofi deje kesonie David Sameko Steven Suwajinem Mun patcho mun share me Facebook page na mun fama me share why mun share na mun fama me Jonathan Saki suwanie Remy Eluku suwanie Abra phobia jinem Akasokre Joseph I did am I you Isaac Kambiri James Mafo Jonathan Saki Agbedu Atika Osmanu Godwin Jamesi Ebenezer Obu Afeyenye Juma Mon share me Facebook page na mon fama me Manuel Gatogo Kale Philip Oba God suwanie Mon share me page no Ene Juma wo papa Hey Ghana be yes honey Hana President former president I say Ghana be yes honey Hana Way and a chess resetting Ghana no efras ye. Hey, Papa no Belgiuma yo. President John Dramani Mahama Belgiuma ye. And a special prosecutor and your new aginazo. And a special prosecutor at your men some no bobre. And the Mianka Sama down for Kisia Jabin. Hey, Kisi, Edabelaya. Mete won kacho. Miankaza, mi man Kisia Jabin. When ya anwadin, and ya ano. Hey, declare Ken Oforiata wanted. Nanka, na na Akufo-Addo because who born dog. Ha! Ghana be sorry biem. Ghana be Kenyan who biem. Ghana be ye adwuma biem. Say ye nada ya kabo ma ye rescue Ghana nkwan die ekwan bia so. Ghana be ye. Eli da so wo no ma wo man Ghana. Rescue mission said the yen nada kabo mo ayetimi rescue Ghana no kwa de and that's all one mo my Ghana see me I'll see the best Wednesday ever in 2025. I may say nekisi jabia timie jana namon so e declare former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta wanted dia Ghana be sorry Enra chief of staff ed release be by from presidency na efri Enra ban mate se na bi num na bo achenom se omo court mehu se enkrofo bi kra na fri ase e twetwe ne ma se an Honorable Julius Debra, Chief of Staff, Udachi Biano, who were presidential ambitions so by Bejina, so be president, Edina, say na wufrase. So, say, ye can say ya, Omo ye recruit to Omo ye Ghana for. Omo so deserve some benye Jumae. Omo ye Ghana for, and say, NDC abayin ba, na se ye recruitment. Anasa abandadana ye recruitment ya ubebisa say adenti ena chief of staff edi release eba kache Ghana for say recruitment ni appointment ye after 7 December nyina da no womo etwem oma terminate all those appointment any recruit ni nyina ubebisa say then aba ne ba say but ade a was a Ghana ni otina Ghana na ubisa wo ne say adenti na yato aba ama walusu election na muti various state institutions mu ministries mu MMDAs mu ministries mu state institutions how do na mo ye recruitment knowing very well say IMF na ekwa international monetary fund na Ghana ye koe no conditionalities ni bim no abai enwuma mu no ye freeze ye ntimi emfa nkrofo engum because state ni confess mu no entimi emfa enkrofo nye de engum entinu de was wo bisa president Akufo-Addo former president ministers state institutions managing directors any chief executive officers say na wo mu betimi afa and na 2024 January that recruitment no manye and na February o manye and na March o manye Nemo no ya June. Wamu hwe survey na eba survey ni report eba. Wamu hunu ye say debi. Enema enyama wamu no mu fira ase se abro ene beyi ntino. Ombe ye recruitment. Ehwie de gum. Adenti na 2022 no mo start ye IMF no oman recruiting nkrofo. 2022 no adenti na MPP government anya recruitment. Adenti na 2023 na womunum so mbekọ election bibia betimi asi no womunum se Ghana for pempem eguwe pa adwuma ye no omanye recruitment amfa wo mu na last minute recruitment no mo ye na me no Honorable Julius Debra kwa na de na wo ye say starting after 7 December no kwa na me ankasa na menti ase 6 months to the general election. Recruitment ya MPP abanye ya wo Ghana ha say no abro ene beye 6 months Bank of Ghana non MPP supporters obeka so mo ye Ghana for non MPP members revocation of appointment and recruitment made after 7 December 2024 signed by Chief of Staff Honorable Julius Debra. Bank of Ghana yes sa MPP for ne do makwa akogu ho Cocoa board yes sa MPP for ne do makwa akogu ho other state institutions yes sa MPP for non MPP members and no say omu sum edu omu gum but the question is say na Akufo-Addo Dr. Bawumiamu ebetimi ayesa recruitment na ade na wo mo tena ho no mo hu yesa da bi anhwe yi a emwa wo mo no eno mo ye that recruitment no one soon recruitment na wo ye no unnimu pass aban bi se change of government ba wo do how any adesoa ena ekwa akoto aban foforo no so unim state ni coffers no unim de wi a oman no coffers unim de wa ye no se oman na wura huhia mu oman na wa ho kire mu but abro ni beyi enti no obeye da recruitment no na sa wo ba na wonni hwe ya no aka say what terminate those appointments no na akwa ye political ya ye beka say ye na appointment ye nyina da omo do omo nya Ghana fo in any case Ghana fo na bi na 2016 after general election before election and then after election President John Dramani Mahama on the vice president and the ministers almost a year MPP ba ya almost terminated those appointments no police for any recruit to almost terminate ye e catch them say they should go back national service for even national service 2017 national service for crown pa and yes ya fa wo madwumo national service for o ma wie school ya post to wo MPP aban e make sure say o ka che o so mu nyina nkofi national service for empo kura no o ma directive say national service for ya fa wo mu nyina no obi asesa ne nkuku ne nkaka enko enya dia che say omo be mo matena on baby various stations no ma ye adwuma and then today sa MPP for we ya no ya omo di Ghana for bi ani no ene omo nya no e kasa because President John Dramani Mahama bae no dia wasenka NDC for ya wo mo no omo ehu me ka say mu NDC for no mani atia broso civilization modernization digitalization no akabo mu na wiase so ade achi se nyina da ne ni penite na senka wo hwe ekwan a NPP for edi NDC for fast 2017 a me hunu mu even 5%. The special prosecutor eka the oral for aye report on the President Mahama ya President Mahama say what the Attorney General and when they send the legal process no mo nam so ba butu mungamu ekwanya MPP aban under President Akufo-Addo edi Ghana for e fast one na emu onja omu yusu party ni tax party no ankasa party no Ernesto Wusu Bempa na no mehu se wo grantee interview kasega e na onu wadwane and let me be say undwane na wo after general election Ernesto Wusu Bempa ngofo no mufie wo fie na wo ye adwuma wo Ghana gas after say MPP lusu Ernesto Wusu Bempa ko Ghana gas biem e kwanya na bi mo edi Ghana for e fa so as if say omo ye foreigners omo ye Burkinabe for omo ye Nigerians omo ye Togolese for omo ye Ivory Coast for Ghana for all because of say change of government aba all because of say change of government aba kwabena ye na opposed to an opeye me hu ye Honorable Haruna Idrisu parliamentary has a hazard no ya just a capture ye enie Honorable Haruna Idrisu 2017 NDC minority in February 2017 share revelation a omodi to dwa e wo parliament Honorable Haruna Idrisu ejina parliament say national service for 205 omunyina ya Akufo-Addo aban ya dismiss omunyina so munkofie national service for 205 yeah national service secretariat under President John Mahama a year in 2016 na Akufo-Addo first month na wo ba ya pe and wo mo catch omunyina so omunyina nkofie because omu ye Togo for Cocoa board edwumayefo 110 middle level staff ya no mo Cocoa board January because it's our statement way Honorable Haruna Idrisu at that time now no a minority leader no or the to dwa e was February 2017 and na Akufo-Addo after swearing in a pe and we friends say appointment in recruitment ahodo bi no or terminating nyina it's Honorable Haruna Idrisu 2017 parliamentary hazard na a capture asade we say Cocoa board edwumayefo 110 middle level staff wo nyina no ye pam wo mo so mo nkotene fie afoi nurses 8634 nurses ya no monya financial clearance me kai sa brena honorable Alessebefia ena na ye health minister nurse foi ebe stormy finance ministry any health ministry anajo honorable Alessebefia ekopa wo mo chow e ka kire wo mo se aban no e make effort bia say obemo monya financial clearance nya post wo mo nurses 8634 ya no monya financial clearance to various public health institutions na ya dismiss wo mu nyina ya pamu wo mu nyina ya dismiss wo mu nyina ene MPP aban aba wen mu ye fio wen mu ye kakra bi a ya de ye boroso na ya kasa aba ya de bo oba no sa ba kro no se NDC aban e kasa omo de bo MPP fo a Ghana ha monsene ha Ekwanya MPP aban first year 2017 first 6 months January 7th January 2017 after see the president Akufo-Addo esi so swearing in Ekwanya Akufo-Addo aban any Ghana for timamufo fa so no se NDC for your madwe so omo retaliate se omo ye omo bia MPP fo ntimi ntina Ghana ha MPP fo bedwane na senya bro ena senya bayi ena enya ni da ho bone ena enya sabi ensem hunu a aban a wakasa wonim se ade ato oman Ghana ne ebinsi da oman enya junk economy oman ne war crisis a ebinsi da in the history of Ghana say ye kwa IMF no ye debt restructuring program mejina mi nibi ebinsi da ye nya junk economy ye war crisis mu no ya wako IMF conditionalities wo ho wakafo dada kran wusi wuntimi ntua unibi wuntimi ntua no aburo ne beye na watena se hu se no de adu no ulu so no na wotie ache na wo ye recruitment no na Akufo-Addo se ne S Gracia aburo nipa boni na wadie ni nyina krono wo ma boni nyina na wo mutifie e twa wo mo S Gracia no na MPP fo se President Akufo-Addo Dr. MPP ministers say wo mo S Gracia ene nkrofo na wo mo recruit wo mo no ye di betu wo mo kana ye kona na ye osafo mafo okọ vet wo parliament ya issue we say baye munti asamo a wo kan nano Afenyo Markins ejina parliament e kasa about oral ne wo kan se an enfom so bia ye nyina enfom so a MPP ye so na NDC fon so memeye bi Afenyo Markins asama wo kan ye no se wo ya na obi ka se an e na bone a MPP fo di ye na bone MPP fo di ye MPP fo di bone a enti e wo se NDC aban so no ebetua omo so ka na Afenyo Markins enu nsem no no esan se MPP fo ye nipa se no obi a na de me yan say recruitment no so omo ye no ya obete all the police depots no omo ye training Koforidua Northern Region Tesa no no ne ade no any those recruitment omo ye no sika omo jinkrofo no ebi atua 10,000 ebi atua 15,000 de wantu akora no 10,000 wetua omo jisika ni free bond to di because under President Akufo-Addo no say what is say ye recruitment police for ye recruit police recruiter ye sika wo ma gi wo mo nya sem ketoa what nurses say ya fa nurses a sika wo ma gi wo mo nya sika ketoa teachers sika wo ma gi wo mo nya sika ketoa national service for nyi wo mo gi wo mo sika na omo ye memobo eye omo a omo gi wo mo sika ya aka wo mo yo mo kwa akotene fie enkrofo ma me ma kope bosia ena atua de ama MPP aban mu mpanifo because eba recruitment omo ya omo chairman ministers MMDCs any members of parliament MP no enkosi table so wo ton wo MP ni fa ne nkrofo no fa nkrofo e wo constituency na oton jisika me
role for every department and every sector institution in this country. So if I'm appointed a new minister and your payroll, you are not on the payroll till December, the day of the election, and you're going to appear on the payroll for January, when were you engaged in that particular thing? You are going to create a problem. If names appear on the payroll after December, we definitely will lay them off quietly. Payroll for every department and every sector institution in this country. So if I'm appointed a new minister and your payroll, you are not on the payroll till December, the day of the election, and you're going to appear on the payroll for January, when were you engaged in that particular thing? You are going to create a problem. If names appear on the payroll after December, we definitely will lay them off quietly. Payroll for every department and every sector institution in this country. So if I'm appointed a new minister and your payroll, you are not on the payroll till December, the day of the election, and you're going to appear on the payroll for January, when were you engaged in that particular thing? You are going to create a problem. If names appear on the payroll after December, we definitely will lay them off quietly. Payroll for every department and every sector institution in this country. So if I'm appointed a new minister and your payroll, you are not on the payroll till December, the day of...
Wait, no a senior minister or your papa penimu. Papa penimu pa or your papa penimu and I'm going to know. Sabra no here no in the 70s or call veteran or say ya foul. Na say we pay government payroll no. Would so na say would appear after 2016 December election no a kwan bi aso quietly e be you free so and to hwe kwabena post you ye make bob national service for ye we just feel bebre hon ma quietly omo clear wo mo enu enti na after say NDC take over no omo ka say gidi various institutions no MMDC is no MDA for no him for no CEO for no the omo ya ne say omo backdate because onim say indicate a show Emma omo hunu say see ya na anu ya na fa wo a ye be lay off ye be dismissal enu nti the omo ya ne say omo backdate sa bebre hon November and omo sum ye no omo digum enti na make as chief of staff me ade na wo dey start kra na wo ka say wo dey start this after election kra na menti ase but eja NDC aban the father for all for unim sa de na enti wo no vacancies kakra bi na wo mu no a wo de wo pese o make sure say wo ton omo ton ye ebetimi amba say omo mo kwen no NDC for home say Ghana no enye MPP for nkwa na e fa wo mo but vacancies kakra bi na wo ho no no a say police mu other institutions mu no a mo ton ye na mo de 10,000 15,000 MPC de je MMDC for the J chief executive officers for the J other institutions for the J ya mo de mo ton na mo ton no I feel those gaps no NDC in super power e kwa be no so be fa so a obe recruit nkofam o ma be wura system ni enti NDC be ba no 1 year 2 years 3 years until me recruitment because waja ne burden waja ne ka waja ne ka waja no how and it da ho bon deliberately waja ne burden because o pese ba na oba no faili Emma onu ankasa kra no Ghana youth no akukodu ani da so confidence ni gidi omunya ye wonu mu no chese ne enka na oba ye den ana ne aka MPP abreso hwe police for kwa na ekotreni MPP abreso hwe nurse for anu omo fa wo mo hwe teacher for anu omo fa wo mo various vacancies na wonu mu nyina da no what fill those gaps no what the won crofo what the amount crofo mama kwa akoton meboa am kan kire me wa wutie me ewa ha se me boa under President Akufo-Addo under Nana Akufo-Addo what is a nursing omo ye recruitment a omo ton o join me face wo temi nka na se wunu abi wan kasa no wo tua 10,000 15,000 my message me read am Ghana fo hu and always me use me krom me constituency if you just asokore because me nim if you just asokore de na ekoso wo ho enti se me boa ka kire me se me boa omuton what is your fan necessary omuton what is your teachers omuton other state institution bia no omuton me cousin o kira de wo Eastern region one mo baby we university tifie e be se 4 years wa ye ni service tifie be se 4 years me wo na ne maame me ante ne frɛ me ka kira me say o padwuma makwadwo yesi wo metua 12,000 Ghana cedis e wa fidase o tua sika no ansa ne ba no yede ne ekwakoto Eastern region ho baby 12 months ye ntua ne kada after so maame ko pay bosia 12,000 edi ko tua ye no and then me case say NDC for sadie we say no mu hwe ne yie ye ni musam so appointment mu be ye bi ekwan ya MPP for the Ghana for afaso no ne nyina ho abufuo enti na MPP elusu poto ne nyina ka ho bi nti e na Ghana for dwa Ghana for buafu enti MMDC is a ba appoint mu MP samu wo Ghana ha other state institutions in penifu a mo da no semus mu be yusu sa kwan na MPP for fa so ne say ye fa nurses na mo te office ma pen krofo wo ye MP a wunyi wanim na mom no kwa akwafa wo bi wo was slot 10,000 wo benya 100,000 dia ene mo nso no abaye de bo ban no ye de bebo mu se wo ye DC wo ye MC wo ba benya appointment na se wo hunu se wo predecessor e kwan se na no ofa so na wonya sika ne e ma no slot 15 se won fa police form ye fa ye recruit for police enu entie no wo so ba beton 10,000 15,000 dia ene ni nyina ka ho binti ena MPP aban ehwo ye tan ehwo ye abufu ehwo ye hye wo Ghana ha enti NDC aban President John Dramani Mahama change ni de nya abawie na mo ensesa ya na eba no MMDCs state institutions and penifo amode da ho munye very careful munye very careful because mu be di MPP for anamo so e kwan boni omde Ghana for afa so na wo mu pesika no na musmu bebe ye bia musmu hu be ye ahyi ayetan because all the 276 constituencies asama me can be course wo ho constituency bia asama na me kan e bi course wo ho no MPs eni masama me kan we MPs me try challenge the ama wo mo former MMDC is asama me kan omunim se eye no kre se slot na ne de mom no mo ton ejisika last year before you be call Xmas break you be call election ahaya na graduate teachers for betna you be so we school 2018 obi say 2019 obi say 2020 omo ka wo masem sika wo mo atwia ye tese ye recruitment sika wo mo atwia ya wo mo twia ye be pem samre ya gi wo mo sika dia omo da so tifie wo mo nkrofo a wo mo twia ya yese ya fa no wo be kokora no yese wo card wo di ande no mo ni ade enti no NDC aban sa criminalities illegalities akoso wo Ghana ha sei ya MPP for fa hu di nya sika elinya wo hu se chawo no se wo be ye DC wo be ye MC na wo tena wo office na wo fa krofo bi epe office bi di ma wo mo na wo mo ne nam na wo mo ton slot na wo di sika di gu account mu dia ene wa ban no wonche ene wa ban no wonche samu de munim we se mi samu di pesika anya de aban ne beche enti no na bi so omo kwakwoto no omo kwakwoto no a na judge na bisa wo mo say wo mo no omo ba ye no omo terminate wo mo appointment letter e dismiss wo mo no omo betimi akọ back e recruit wo mo nyina back a tua wo mo ka I MPP for no so mo court no. This is the questioner. E was ebisa na bi nom. Mo a mo ka ho no MPP for no. Sa MP ya owo parliament ya say ono na afa ne tiri mu no. Ya ono so ka bi ndi kra de sen. Oh. E ko wasefu ase hwan. Ono so ka bi. Me hu ni post 2017 ni post o de baaye. Me hu ni post ono o de baaye but e na wo ka bi. Popularity. Omo person mo ye popular. Omo person mo constituency anansa omo enkrofo 38% no ehunu say like omo dwe omo fa omo hu but they don't care about you. Mekai 2017 na mete radio so na meka say enti enkrofo no a yama wo mu training e wo various police institution mu na ya pam wo mo so omo nko no omo nko ba training na omo nyae no omo fa nko bokro no ana na mi bisa sa question we enti anya wanwa e na omo so kra ba recruitment omo ye no omo recruitment no an Roberts nko a no omo twituo bokro no because a party full soldiers and ye twom ne edu omugum ne edu omugum. Okay, national service ene presidency President John Dramani Mahama. Okay, national service. Oh, lady need you obey them. Oh, so I man so na ma shede twetwa o muti o twanity a obedwe say oh where you on spend this car and so almost spend this car pa lady no national service or give to our worry na o ma te jail dia fo mutirim this time man abeka ene oh NDC aban ba adwuma ye President Mahama ba adwuma ye maka chere say unya perfect politician bia wo ba bia ebi ni ba bia unya bi enunti na former France President Nicolas Sarkozy no ogina court no enunti na wo be hunu say other presidents other prime ministers countries prime ministers no na omu face trial prosecution unya ni ba bia but ebinum yama ne ye time and release we say from presidency Wednesday, February 12, 2025. President Mahama orders investigations into National Service Authority ghost names scandal after clearance of arrears. Obaye no arrears e won mu nyina no wa clear. Arrears ya President Mahama ebeto ye no wa clear ni nyina na before arrears no so obe clear no o make sure say on by your head count na on your head count no de ekowie ye ni 2024 National Service Authority no Ghana ye mobo Ghana ye mobo Ghana say ye mobo oman no oman na mobo na we nyina no obisa ho say enti se nipa ehunu nyansa se enipa anya adwensa kyera anka se ekufu ado aban krono ne dooso enti ye tu wo mo ne yasesa wo mo a enka be da na sa ne ma we nyina anka ye hunu enka mo be to akoso abo krono ne saa enka fa woni manasa zuri investigation wo bere ya wo ye efa national service ho President Akufo-Addo ewie enka Dr. Bomia ba be clear no wato ani nyina so hwe say 2024 allowance payment 2024 National Service Authority 2024 no names ya one present here previous government no 2024 names one present here 130,000 180,000 30 names presented by the previous management of the authority for allowance payment in 2024 into 2024 no national service one no authority one no give to aware no one mom kaka ho no names omo present ye say person na nko aban tua wo ka 2024 no 180,000 30 names edi empem wo ha adua wotwe aduasa after say president Mahama onya 1 month last week ya no onya 1 month o onya 1 month no ya didn't see akonya so start adwuma woni finance ministry efra say wo mo ye head count no wo mo ye head count no national service adwumayefo ni nyina no wo mo ye 98,145 ye fra say baby across the country all the 16 regions no baby a national service personnel baby omo wo nyina no ye kan wo mo baby adu omo kwa nyina ye kan wo mo no wo mo ye 98,145 na che se de ye die gum 2024 nko a 81,885 de ye die gum nko anu no 81,885 enti sa 81,885 no se 2024 no almost start ye no allowance o medical ntua bio me baby ye bi so what it means ni say finance ministry sika o release ya ye de etua national service for no eka no ye tua enipa 180,000 okay release no ena ya post ni sesia release ni ya post ni sesia ni e kire ni say finance ministry 2024 national service personnel ya fa wo mo no names ya de ama personnel dodo ya de ma ye no eye 180,000 30 names but NDC eteki over no and wo mo say wo mo ye head count wo mo kan ni padodo ni nyina da no mo hunu say Akufo-Addo aban edi 81,885 ena egumu na adia so kura wo mu a ehu ya eja ahometi a eye nipa bone kura ne say sika no mu release no ebi ho no mu a enye personal ni nyina dodo no mo de akoni sika no mu release o ebi o mu be release half o mu ye in trenches enti wo be hu say first trench and as a first batch o be release si eventua no o mu be di kind de atu o mu ghost names no 81,000 no o be di kind divert sika no e de akwo ma account mu enti personal na nka se no mo ye 91,000 na wo mu wo system no a wo mu ye adwuma no na wo mu sika mai but the aban ne be kan se sika ne bia ba ye tua be se 80,000 ka enti aka 91,000 and 98,000 eke se sika na e ba no e di kan akova ghost names de o mu ankasa plot e de agumu no ena e ma wadwene nyon se e national service mpanimfo no kwa na nim finance minister ya we Amin I don't know the Amin Adam and as Amin Anta former finance minister no wano wa ya we tama ken oforiata wo hono no ghost names a eguso from so omu take over 2017 2018 2019 2020 eba be pim na nado second term no ken oforiata ya we presidency ya we controller any mu pass ghost names ewo system ni mu a wo mu tua enti senye nyankopon na age Ghana rescue Ghana and a change of government aba and kayeda so etua ghost names 81,000 and no na Manasa Zoo require report or the buyer or say every month be 28 billion Ghana cedis ye tua e de ekọ MPP for pennyfo ekọ fesimu wa ma account mu na sika ne ko enti president Mahama sani mu animu ya no wa mu investigation enkoso as soon as possible nti na president Mahama Namwa oya campaign wa catch Ghana for say ye hear change of government, say ye hear accountability, say ye bisa say si campaign pem si kapudo na aba state coffers mu a ye hu development Ghana say ye no say ye pese ye hunu sika no baby kura kwa akodi a unless say change of government ba ye to aba na akromfo aban criminals, wicked people. Enti national service where the last time election mu ye ne a university lecturer bi eto no ma ye adwuma or say national service personnel wo mo ewo ono no department ye ntua wo mo ka omo te say report we say yaba manasa this report we say yaba na omo to ono omo ka say enti say ye mpanifo eni pa bonifu say asem o se enkora ne to ono no omo ka no enti wa hunu say sika e ba oman ne kofes mu de adi sika na ye omo kreti no omo lutu na wo omo ahye ade achi a wo benya nkrofo akọ TV ni radio so omo ye MPP communicators wo makwa defend this asebe nkwase asem we sa akoro no bo we ade achi a wo benya enipa obi maame obi papa enipa da sani a wo so woda sumye so na oti radio station anopa no oti TV station anopa na o defend koro no we because directly wa benefit or your beneficiary. One communicators no. Ababa wa bi no ate Paraku estate. Kwahwa casa wo yusuo onye adwuma bia. Adwuma bia no hanu ma wa ye. Hwan queen. Oyo obejo wo TV so sesi a onye adwuma bia. But hwe oye sikani wo Ghana ha. De wa ya ne sa de ache na kro no akoso akufo ado aban mu na wote UTV. Ote radio station na wo defend because krono na wo mo bo no emu eno no odi enya no ho emu na ye de to cars e de ama no emu ena ye de tua ne ka monthly emu ena ye de ama ne contract emu ena wo ye investment enti on de adwuma wo ya ne se mo krono ye wo hono mo sa de achi a as an MPP communicator no be kwa defend you ye benya sabi adwimifo so mo betie na wo mo besom gift kunadu oware kunadu so oware hwan no onko national service no football club no obi na oni football club ora no pages no baby yesi 77 million Ghana cedis bi ebi no de kwato ni football club na wa catch na wo say won wa smart enti Ghana no obi apeso okọ into politics because politics mu na wo kwa fast wo be ye yentem almost 6 can be my communicators ya no almost 6 can be my media houses presenters anopa no amote wo no mu defend obi kro no awa ba bebo na me na ma da bia me meka se me mbie console ntumu da na sa we ye national service pani bia no akwa fa ghost names di agusu a na ma ba betena se magimie nti na ba be defend wo wa pay 50,000 na de ama me wa pay 100,000 de ama me se me nti no ma ba betena no na me defend se tokoso ne bo man ne kro no and release no President John Dramani Mahama has ordered the National Investigation Bureau NIB to conduct immediate investigations into the operations of the National Service Authority under previous government following the discovery of up to 81,885 suspected ghost names on the payroll of the authority. President Mahama Tenwan ABC enipa na no national service ne ye no e prosecute no enti mu a masori a witch hunted tenase na release no ready bi na bisa ho say adenti e na 2024 ye present say national service adwumayefo e ye 180,000 meanwhile ye head count no o me ye 98,000 na ye tue nipa 180,000 ka enti sa ban ni fra se wo prosecuting nkrofo a na wagimi enti no ade a chia no pa ho mo ma me no gift you aware no di na chi no ne nkɔ court di na chi ne nkɔ court omo ka hu du omo chi ne no omo nkɔ court say what is a special prosecutor and declare Kenoforiata wanted enti se Nyankopɔn bɔ na Kenoforiata no yi ne ti a anya sa kwan bia Kenoforiata beba Ghana na say ye de Kenoforiata kwa di na chi because wagimi because wo de wuni adwene enti wo bedi na chi na wo ne nakɔ enti na omote ho ena ora no anopai mi hwe MPB na wote no ma wokan ora no omote purposely because of a Kufuor government appointees and officials elunti no omote ora na adenti ena President Mahama ono na ba mu nkrofo no mo stand trial ye prosecutor aba be clear mo adenti ena 8 solid years Kufuor ene ne attorney general omo ewo evidence 8 years no mo prosecute wo no adenti no man jail wo mo if they have enough evidence so mo enough evidence adenti ena sankrofo no 8 years ni omo do mo stand trial no adenti no man prosecute wo mo ade e wo so obi sa no se adenti no man prosecute wo mo se onu no a wo se wa che kromfo no oni adanse a odi prosecute kromfo a sama Mahama nka so wo chi obi a President Mahama one more na bem obetimi a prosecute wo no or prosecute wo mo ono abo abuga pelenum eno mo keka ho or prosecute wo mo one more was auditor general charge wo mo yes charge wo mo started way back President Mills one more was yes charge wo mo yes charge wo mo nyina yes charge wo mo enti se won so waba na wo say under his government why na di why me call court eye NDC abem no mdi why me call court but under President Kufuor ye ka krono se krono a wo ma ba to aso a what ye da se ye do obi stand trial se ye prosecute obi never ebi ansi da ebi ansi wo Ghana ha say da enti special prosecutor say we declare Kenoforiata wanted and a special prosecutor Ekano say enra anadwo ye wo ani ate say armed men astomi Kenoforiata fie and waka say it was staged ufri say ye nkwara ho mo free say ye nkwara enti guy na good evening guy no and start ye and on na oye show and was start announce so ye say armed men astomi Kenoforiata fie na armed men Kenoforiata ni fie on document be na hon ma akwakofa sika na wo krono na wo boy ya gigi nkrofo sika gu nkrofo banks no o share da bia me kasa me Kenoforiata gimi sika bia enka change of government by na no kam tuo be kon so akwa gimi sika me da bia me kana mi ni bi eka che ada ya to aba na wo mulusu ye na no ka me di to ko Kenoforiata so se misika wo je ye ne fa ba misika ma me e de na wo Kenoforiata fi a obi ba be instruct ya soldier for se o mo konkɔ storm me ho e de na da ho ni fi ye wala boni hei enwura twa no ho ahia yi e de na da ho na obi kwa storm Kenoforiata fi mo ma me special prosecutor video on Kenoforiata ye started from Kenoforiata because enche eji beye press conference e be fan live enti e bobo ne tew se na be ya eji ba ye betimi apeke ne live amamu na ya to aso de afiri na issues ne dɔɔso ye nim de attorney general so de ba bebomu ye nim de ono so de ba bebom enti me ya ne ntenta me bɔ ne tew na be komenim mon share me Facebook page na mo from me say there CTV ni ntine say o mo hwe utimi so o mo hwe CTV ni pa say there nka first nka Facebook ni gina so no ye say obi aso ni o ya no ya ka cho mi hu wo CTV so mi wo ene mi anka sa kwa na me hwe hu wo CTV so yi and CTV enti ba bia wo ti anka bia no ye da mu live e wo CTV so special prosecutor Kisia Jabin.
Contractual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Xiaocheng Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives, to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta. Mr. Ofori-Atta is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Ofori-Atta left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Ofori-Atta that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above. Mr. Ofori-Atta was directed to attend in person the OSP on Monday, 10 February 2025 at 10 GMT for interview. By communication dated 31 January 2025, Mr. Ofori-Atta instructed his lawyers to inform the OSP that he was out of the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds, and that the firm will notify the OSP of his arrival in the country in aid of rescheduling his personal attendance at the OSP. Further, the firm offered its willingness to provide the OSP with any information the OSP may require to aid in the investigation until his arrival in the country. Then on 5 February 2025, the OSP responded to Mr. Ofori-Atta, copied to his lawyers, that the OSP did not need or require notification from his lawyers of his arrival in the jurisdiction. The OSP acknowledged Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyer's gracious offer to provide the OSP with information in aid of the investigation. However, and this is important, the OSP insisted that Mr. Ofori-Atta's personal attendance at the OSP was required. After all, the lawyers are not under investigation. I don't need lawyers to answer questions on your behalf when you are being investigated. The OSP declined Mr. Ofori-Atta's request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds on his say-so. Consequently, the OSP directed Mr. Ofori-Atta to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10 February 2025, a reasonable date of his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. The OSP warned Mr. Ofori-Atta that if he failed so to do, the OSP would take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP at our own choosing. Subsequently, by a communication dated 10 February 2025, that is just Monday, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers transmitted to the OSP a generic letter procured by Mr. Ofori-Atta purporting to be from a doctor in a foreign jurisdiction, stating that Mr. Ofori-Atta had been seen and evaluated, and that he was undergoing further testing and management and possible surgical intervention at an indicated future time. And further, that his medical condition necessitates that he will stay and follow up on his appointments. On account of this purported medical letter, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers prayed that the attendance in person of Mr. Ofori-Atta at the OSP should be fixed, taking into account the medical report from his doctors. contractual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Xiaochen Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives, to service Ghana Auto Group Limited.
Ono ne extra kwama kenoforiata lawyers. Answer response on the man is kenoforiata no. Why out of their jurisdiction indefinitely. Oni Ghana ha omunimu da obeba. Ono kenoforiata no. Ono any Ghana ha indefinitely. Omunimu da kenoforiata beba Ghana ha. I rather. So, where the bonny area Johnny? While Bokron we Johnny, imagine say President Kufuado, Kenoforiata, Baumia, and Ghana population 33 million as suffer because of Kenoforiata. Because of Kenoforiata. Because of President Kufuado. Dr. Baumia ni part 3 way. Any Bank of Ghana, na Ghana population 33 million as suffer, and for investment a good, for business a good because of Kenoforiata. On what January free Ghana ha, Aquatina broche indefinitely on do baba Ghana ha. Na ne lawyers. Me hu ne lawyers response a omo de aba na na poku listo we a join me ne lawyers e the response bi aba ya de omo me read it through de omo e ka say the special prosecutor kan ye na no say an omo nsa kan special prosecutor letter e na omo so twere ye e de ma special prosecutor 24th January 2025 ya say omo e client no eni Ghana ha. Entino before Obeko no Fremo Opare former chief of staff were informing no, and then in January say utiye ayina was say it added that our client gave notice to the former chief of staff in early January and more recently to the current chief of staff of his trip outside the country on medical grounds. Our client is currently undergoing medical observation and test culminating in medical decisions to be taken in due course as to the way forward with treatment. And in January, and Kenoforiata, Ekra former chief of staff, any current chief of staff say, or no yare, into a quack son of Hoya indefinitely, Unumuda or Baba Ghana. After say, MPP elusu yeno but se MPP elusua and Kenoforiata and two free Ghana ha indefinitely so we kono akwa no ho yade but MPP elusu yeno Kenoforiata free Ghana ha say indefinitely onti asia okọ onim da obeba onim da okay we na be eye misa obeba indefinitely oko me ma list over mrams ansana ana yambo Mustafa Hamid okay abusua ye pese ye wie ni nyina ansana me ni list over efrase wo ha ye damu wo CTV Ghana's #1 baby a wuti en kan wie bia no me hu se mo hwe TV ni pa Kenoforiata after say MPP lusu ye no ya otena ase ahwe boni a wadi Ghana krono a wabo Ghana wudifo ono every Ghana hako indefinitely on medical grounds but time a Kenoforiata yako yi ni kidney na apro asesa no na Kenoforiata wo Ghana ha eno no Kenoforiata ni position as finance minister no anfa anto nchen yo time no wo da wu paso wo honhono ya ni kidney asai apro.
Third, the OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of an alleged embezzlement of 1.3 billion cedis from the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, UPPF, at the National Petroleum Authority, NPA. The investigation primarily targets the following persons: the coordinator of the UPPF, Mr. Jacob Amwa, NPA staff Frida Tando, NPA staff Wendy Ashon Newman, and the former chief executive of NPA, Mustafa Abdul Hamid. Third, the OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of an alleged embezzlement of 1.3 billion cedis from the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, UPPF, at the National Petroleum Authority, NPA. The investigation primarily targets the following persons: the coordinator of the UPPF, Mr. Jacob Amwa, NPA staff Frida Tando, NPA staff Wendy Ashon Newman, and the former chief executive of NPA, Mustafa Abdul Hamid. Third, the OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of an alleged embezzlement of 1.3 billion cedis from the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, UPPF, at the National Petroleum Authority, NPA. The investigation primarily targets the following persons: the coordinator of the UPPF, Mr. Jacob Amwa.
NPA, former boss Mustafa Hamid. The presidency is muddy. It's muddy. No osu kromfo. Ono so de no. Or in response aba. Also, I'm willing to avail myself to assist in any investigations. Mustafa Hamid, former NPA CEO. My attention has been drawn to an announcement by the special prosecutor, Mr. Kisi Ejabin, that I am under investigations for some alleged embezzlement of funds at the Unified Petroleum Price Fund, UPPF, during my tenure as the chief executive of the National Petroleum Authority. So as at this afternoon, I have neither received any invitation by any state investigative body, nor have I been under investigation for any such alleged crime. Okay, enti ene da so no. O si state institution bi ene ho no mo a afre no. Ato ne nsa e de afre no. Se wo mo investigate no. Efa se sika no over $1 billion, $1.3 billion. $1.3 billion. Okay. Ena edaso nti special prosecutor said Mustafa Hamid any afufobi a omo eka no ho no, they are under investigation. We declare Kenoforiata wanted. Okay. Nana Poku listo well. Join me. Nana akwaba mahai.
Yeah.
Yeshia yache.
Papa. Na uhuya die.
Udemu o CTV o.
Okay, yo.
Upeja uti ana ademu no.
Ene ethically no mintimi mpeja miti. But I hope se bibia boko.
Nyame adom Ghana fo afel. Ya feel.
Me ho. Se enyuma don so ye ni nyina. Nti tete epuna kira ye gusu aye di dwuma ni.
Ya no mo nti ase. Omunim se de aduro no se mutisi fo mo nso ka ho.
Oh yes, because sebi on say any dia Ghana for the ma ura mahama omudi tumi ehye ne nsem no. Ahobrasie mu no e wo se baby wo a ye konna se sonko necessary ya to abama na abato na wie na enu anu no enti eguso na mfom ni Ghana for edin kita ho se ne be ya enkoye se sebi ye ni anso de omo ye no enti ye de ahobrasie na mfom edase na ya kire omo se dada John Muhammad Dawmase enti
dada
damase na ye ti ye damase papa me so mafemo edu ba bia se wonamo a mudwumadi a mudie yasuguso a you can't but to always listen. Nti Rebia na you feel so itchy self but obi kan sunsun penso ho na moye mre. Nti yebo mabaso so na adwuma so amoye. Na men cheti for so fa enche mudro enfree Ora Mahama Kachi.
And they said the Mahama Kachi obi.
Oh, there be na se me man penny no. Enti mintimi metena fidie so sebi ni dimu ni ejina ye bibia.
Okay.
Say Mahama dane ga na nyamia. Yeko inshira onu ni din ye bo ede inshira ne ba. Nti me gina na nemu achia ga na fo nyina bia no maka se oguna adwuma so. Na sene emre bi atwemu no na etie no se ono ankasa de na no disem to dwa no wa kiremu se o reset o man no ranama enioma ye de eni ehu no sebi preduasa se yeti opposition ne ye kasa enioma sei but se brebia na me de yakokobo sem se baby eniema sei akoduru no ne ya kanidada no eye edue ewo de asei mu ampa nso so se ye de enioma egun sani ani a na ohwe office by office enioma asaya nipa deliberately asheda I'm making sure say omo be appropriate ade e your mind there for private pockets na o mani nyina ye ni o ma say papa say me sha see free Jubilee House ada me call Jubilee House me too many na obi a unim Jubilee House from the time President Kufuor ekofa India for mu wieye even to the time Omampeni Mahama oko for the first time after 2012 election. Na ohwe the level of distraction
eniema asewo
Jubilee House crackeke. You will marvel. Fine, some works have been done which of course I know personally nipa odi say humani be in terms of nioma na ayon I wo ho a omo ebe refixing nioma no some of these things omaye but nana ma say wo hwe efin say wo so ho aye fin even from the reception na chi ho hwe the level of efin a Akufo-Addo no team. Yeah, as president, he didn't care. Anytime I do the juxtaposition with Nifie, say obey mampenia utu nkofo wona nimu hono na wo kɔ nima fan hwene wo ho ne wo ho aputobibre ne wo ho sa nwura ya ase airfro dan on sa nwura no na when say efiamwa ena na ye mampeni enti
but efiamwa chief of staff oba
yeah but I mean how do you expect say
oba nso wo ho no mutimi tinafie ohwe budget nso a ekọ presidency nso a say omu chichemu annually na say report ba sika wo ma say no furniture there decoration ni nyina wo munti na sika no mo de yede
who say enye the fact say oba wo ho nti ena wo say ho ye clean tina say ma eda ma gu ahoro oti ase enye sebi the fact say obi a female no na kire say sebi owo masu oti ase obi wo ho no ma oyoba because otimisi agedem obi wo nso so a oyoba because ebi a ofi say ema nyina ɛyɛ bra nti ɔno nso ayɛ bra nti ɔyɛ ɔbaa bi wɔ hɔ a ɔno nso fii sɛ ɔwɔ adeɛ bi a ɛfrɛ no akosua kuma ketewa bi nti ɔyɛ ɔbaa daabi ɛnyɛ saa ɛne ɛsɛ ɔyɛ ɔbaa na ɛnyɛ sɛ firi ma ɔpare wɔ hɔ nti na kyɛ sɛ hɔ yɛ clean no mesi sɛ wokɔ wode w'ani kɔhwɛ a I told them to have a documentary so as to get the Ghanaian people to evaluate the kind of mess omo eye den ebetoye. Then the Ghanaian can tell from even the presidency Akufo-Addo sorry no pako ho no na ye dey compare the other state agencies ne ministries ne baby a chese omo ye ni fi enti I think say Ura Mahama wa hye na adwuma ase and and I'm a person me share free your previous conversations be a
special prosecutor
did who come in the past
okay
now and I say we are exonerated by the fact that special prosecutor in same year betuja and I remember vividly say after the 2016 election me kotna the studios of Munti FM just after the swearing in Akufo-Addo said he swore in on a Sunday if my memory sets me right. He swore in on a Sunday in Monday or call office. Now the first day at office no and a panel na a few others near the platform so na me can say me say Akufo-Addo ba wa bay enye bibia nti na waba na se na ebe ya nyame ani monyam beda di nti no me ko to Bible na me de akire di nti Akufo-Addo aba. And I remember said that video has been I don't know it's been trending for some time. Okay, say me can say owifu ma agise obewia na wakum na wasei John 10:10 meboa saa asɛm no edamanoa till say Akufo-Addo efiri akonwa so because se kwatre kwase obema wontuma a ɛyɛ ayeti ntuma ne din meboa abra Akufo-Addo bɛyɛ mampani no obi a wɔyɛ Ghana ni bia bɛkae a na ɔsrɛ ɛna wadi between the time Sebi or pray akonwa no 2008 2012 lusu ye over 2016 omo ana Sebi omo de omusika akɔhye nachi no omo do so papa says kan nyina achi no na obagana fo ho besre yen 11 cedi ne 55 cedi so bekai na also to creditor na wache ne 1 cedi ni nyina ebae Enwechi, he had to sell some inheritances via na wenya. To sell the Papa Hotel, to sell O'Reilly Secondary School, na waha. No, omokotoni nyina they sold all those things. Ansana oba bem. Enti ema me de beye kasa bi se omampani Akufo-Addo se woton baby a eye sisa bed sheet ne mame anopa aduane breakfast bed and breakfast so watimi aton sa japade no e de apre oba be mampani a na enye o my way no onton because bibia onim enhyehyeye bia sabi efa amemu hu no ye de tutu fie ho enu ntina o hwa a Yesu Kristo kurampo na asem from 1 Timothy chapter 3:1 o se ni ofa nyame adwuma no ana asofu dwuma no na wafa adwuma pa meboa na o se obi a wontimi nhwe ne fie wontimi nhwe nyame asafo so enya sa enu nti se wo de gu nsani ani a obi a wontimi bone papa japade ho ban ebede na watimi abo oman Ghana ho ban obi a wotimi de ne papa japade kogro medamase ebede na onfa oman japade kogro medamase. These are the few things that the Biana de enfato ho Ghana for ma omu hu se Akufo-Addo wa ma ɔman yi ba ɔbaa na busua ne na yɔnkofoɔ bi ba ɛno nti sɛ wohwɛ nneɛma a ɛkɔɔ so na aban abremu from Ejapadeɛ to PDS to BOST to scandals ahodoɔ bebrebe na ɛdi adenkyekye na wode gu nsani ani na even po sɛ yɛse yɛfa the word of the oral no committee na ɔmoteeɛ no sɛ sika a anwunu no ɛbɛtumi ayɛ in excess of $20 billion a sɛ no mpo yɛse yɛfa no nko akeka which of course I know say it should exceed the amount. See yɛfa no nko akeka nanama ɔman we your GDP a little above 60 billion annually. The annual GDP of this country is in excess of about 60 billion. Na nipa kuo baako atimi afa bɛsɛ emu nchichemu baako emu nchichemu miensa baako yɛka ne sɛn emu deɛ emu nchichemu miensa no omu yi baako a ɛkyɛ sɛ wotimi hu sɛ ɔman wei baabi egyina no ɛnyɛ krakra. Now I have also stated say sika ɛwɔ Akufo-Addo ne na yɔnkofoɔ ne nuanom nkyɛn no in excess of 90% of monies they have accrued over the years 2017 to 2025 January. Sika Oman Ghana sika akodi Akufo-Addo ni na busuafoɔ ni na yɔnkofoɔ brofo kasa mu me from the criminal syndicate of family and friends no sika akodi omo nsɛm no in excess of 90% of monies they accrued.
Sika eba
omani sika eba omani futu.
90%
yes, it's in excess of that.
Okay.
A brosa.
Okay.
Because Akufo-Addo ni na buying under the Akufo-Addo Bawumia regime no. They cannot account for 10% of money sir. Ebedi omo nsɛm omo de abo my way ho bra. They cannot account for that. That is not to say omentua workers ka. Yes, they paid workers. But odie fabusia bon kwampo eye mfato ho. Na so my way na as at the time Akufo-Addo ba aban mu no. Na sika na wagye oman na gye for say ye dey born ho bra. Ebi na yedi si suku adan, ebi na yedi si akwan, ebi na yedi si interchange ahodo bebrebe, ebi na yedi si suku adan sagleme. Abaya wodo nyina sika omogye including Nkrumah penso ne Owura Akufo penso ni obia liman obia no na yegina 120.2 billion. Akoye kasa adaya no the bia 120.2 billion. But nanama ye mfasa sika no entoto ye bra na ya bofri Nkrumah penso ye friend is saying N1 tema mo friend is saying tema kwan no tema motorway what you say any akwan ni akwan wodo bebreba na yi ansa na Akufo-Addo be mampani no interchange ahodo anajo mahama ya one the previous regime kofo no ma ban ni obi aye no ni nyina ho ka na 120.2 billion. Debe mo hu se Akufo-Addo ye kronfo pa no ono nko abaye no wagye sika in excess of 700 billion. Etifane say 120.2 billion no etimi aye enwuma ahodo esuku adan ahodo emu ye friend say enyapade a sebi ye oman ni betimi de ne sense ne bo aka se we nyina ye oman ne dia na se ye ka se eye ka ya bo enu ntie nkotua ne ye benya bibi de ye sense so se oh we na ma ye bo kantie kwa kotua ka sa sika no anya no e wo se nketimi ya de John Mahama pe aban eye no be se ba akumpo ne yen ka se oh say ye hwe John Mahama osi school dan bi a baako be edu Ekufo do buy no wono so abobesia wono so atimi asi school dan maako du enti ye John Mahama pe na buy G 54 billion ewo busia bomu sa 54 billion no ya dia chese enu bi ni yenya sagleme wom enu bi ni yenya rich hospital wom enu bi ni yenya the bank hospital wom enu bi ni yenya terminal 3 wom enu bi ni yenya circle Dubai interchange Kaswa interchange kejetia any even 123 from scratch community days secondary schools no e-blocks no ni nyina yenya no enu mpo no Ekufo-Addo cannot boast of even say he has spent a 54 billion on those projects. Yeah, we bet me den sense ne boaka say projects we na me de o man sika ye enu nti no bosia me boy no emu be 54 billion no me de aye sampuntu nyuma no Ekufo-Addo cannot say waye bibia a set de John Mahama ye and so ye busase bosia say no waje a is in excess of 700 billion 700 oh na just how the what 120.2 billion if free more. How many of that money can you get in the 700 billion? About 6 of them. 6 times the Busiane Yabo and San Obedi Mampeni. Eti Nana Masameti honam na me gane niya. I feel threatened by the fact that nipanum enuanom ene ebusua etimi aka omo ho abom ene omayonkofo awia sasika no ekose omo mpaase a omo wa bam no krampo no ehun pupuye bi daadi ewo sisila da pampaase eti se meti odin na se me hu se nipa bi atimi awia sika sei e di akotena fie na aban foforo a waba no wakoti abedwakuo se ode kwa akotira akronfo na saa nipakuo na omo no ekofie no omo mu nipa bi te se atachia ya ono ya di ministry a ehwe adan so eni nsuo eso ma no ono ya ehwe han ema enkofo course aglema na ya di WC asese dan mu omako tutu sa WC ni nyina na na ma me so course aglema ne orebe ho adan ya yesia ya she glass wom ya fittings nyina wom electrical cables bibia ya bibia kama atachia eya ehwe han ema adan no emu WC ne emu kitchen cabinet ne nyoma nyina amanfo ko wia ne nyina senye omumpo ne wie ya ewia ya oye ehwe han as the minister in charge of that project no ma ye wia mu nyoma nyina ne se ene special prosecutor ababonten na odi kwadu mako enum aye nyina so e declare ora kenoforiata wanted nanama Bruni Beka say it's better late than never, but it sounds say our friends that are friends with special prosecutor, I don't want to call him my friend because he's not. He could be a talking mate but not a friend. And so I really understand what goes on there. If not, I even have friends who work with him in that office. And I know what he has gone through, for example, even why he had to flee for his life. Some of these things, I make me too almost for say, they should let it be public. What must I say? Because me, the reason why perhaps I still have my life is because I have not hidden away from being vocal with whatever happens in my life. What must I say? Maybe that is why I still have my life. But on a more serious note, people should find out from Kissi Agyabeng why he had to flee for his life. And that can get people to really understand why Kissi Agyabeng was not performing his duties as Ghanaians wished, because a new man was be, but Najuma and Swani and the Kufuado.
And see, no list to asma come no one yard.
No, me person will be me by Adrian.
Because Kisia Jabin,
yes,
special prosecutor Jumana the man.
Yes.
Na only say a huge responsibility.
Yes.
Na Juma Wabe ya Ebehano. Obenya threat.
Yes.
Ebehano. They said the list
of be occupational hazard.
They said the list of what one we are working.
Yeah.
Because publicly now we are open.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can the yes, I can't yes, no. Say list of where faha. That's the name Bukurana, Yenumukofe hold you are more responsible.
Yes.
But see, dear Juma Mount. Now what catch him said, go to your point, it will say me Johnny. Nady ain't in the Johnny.
I said before, so be Johnny, no, may sure say, and some back whom you know be P. Jawani press encounter when a press a bimu, Emma Okoto and Quanoma or the crab for a or ye do obey me be an empress one or co, Mekai, Mijidisa was okay. Nanaukai. Do you remember the press conference? Yes, a court, you know, was trying to even side with the existing government at the time. The court was trying to even downplay the fact that Obi a year from forward Bemua or no Timin Chebe, Unia and Sika free and so on person money Luku say Sikano, Wafa, be okay, money by a presser. Now, you see. Ghanaians must awaken themselves up to a certain tendency. A boama kromfo dwane. Meanwhile, many women no taxpayers' money. Any ye dear jina sebi bosia boso akojisika. Na enkofo kakra bi omo the diversionary tactics bi the politics ne nyoma be rem na ama ade ehun hia yen na wo se ye no na ye jai saade no na afi ye ka nipa bi animu a eni kwan se enke wo se enke ye ta o machi rather because nanama meni umienu we are examples of how Akufo-Addo was a tyrant. Meni umienu sebi how sometimes ukofia obehwe wachi I make sure say what I am share Kofi at least ubedru fie jojo no crampo no every studio ha to your house no you know how your life was under threat. If not for any reason you can even use unuanom journalists ahodwa their lives have been tortured ebi kura ewu ameswali afa ho ewu and Akufo-Addo be sure say wo kai sa no mani nyina so eya emamo ma the fact that obi anya na juma ye no which of course meaning say Kisia Jaben can be proud of his work in previous times even though enyuma ni bi wo ho a oyeye diligently ebi wo ho so a ni sinto obe boy amane as a general public but nanama on a more serious note and someone ore Kisia Jaben gina so e declare your friend is saying Ken Ofori-Atta any nipa be say en nan aka ho no check Ken Ofori-Atta pen we declare ne wanted meboa ye hwe sansem no de di kan o say o hwe National Cathedral mu meboa National Cathedral sense mu meboa ena the Tosubim ECG Beijing Technology Limited contract termination bi meboa ena Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited any GRA contract I think it's SML and also so eka ho ena procurement of ambulance no so ho sem say Akufo-Addo ma no e wo meboa ena GRA taxes GRA's tax refund account payment. Okay, sir. Sikabi 52 billion bia. These are enyoma enuntinu ye hia Ken Ofori-Atta near dia yen hwehwemu. I asked the question on Facebook. Say kenye nyame ena odi Ghana ho afofi ema aban sesan ya. How how was Kisi Ejabin going to venture into this business? Me person Ghana for yenye candid to ourselves and be sincere to ourselves and honestly, yen answer say, and thinkebede na Kisi Ejabin etimi aka say, or kwa akofre Kenoforiata into his office. Wabra Ekufuado na man penny. When of course the history we know about Kenoforiata are members of parliament Makuma Akwedio watching mienu. Omo Ekufuado party mu ene na abamu a omo ye MPP 4 members of parliament. Empo ese Ekufuado yi owura Kenoforiata di na omani nyan monyam bi wo sika semu hyehyeye mu na ama investor confidence mra na impo woyi na di wi a de ebesi akire ne yemfa ho enu mpo wabra na nya se omko hwehwe ne nsem o enu kura mpo uhu ensem a efiri Akufuado ano baaye wabra ono ankasa o defending ni nua na impo oyi na die no ekofa your friend is saying Adam ebaaye no ye nyina ye be kai say o sad ne call another level.
Please to me so mama few minutes na menye interview mesa basisia.
Okay,
few minutes.
Okay.
Hello, abusa for yakwani ene lawyer Isaac Mintala bi akotwetwe nkomo efa special prosecutor so we declare former finance minister wanted. Yani no endi ho enkomo response every ni lawyers ho no mo aba say officially omo trade man special prosecutor say Kenoforiata ehu emfa no enti say eye no kresa say ne nsa akade a ye den no declare no wanted yani lawyer Isaac Mintala bi enkotwetwe nkomo. Hello lawyer, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Na mpacho opom ti say
na me adumo regina ho ya amuso
yo nyame adom ye ho ye de edi kan special prosecutor Kisi Ejabin ene ne press awoye no minim se wa follow udu ani adi akira mini kan ede na wo ka de afa ho
yo yebeti atiefo am se najuma na oye no special prosecutor no ne na se corruption related offense manama no na or evidence na say no people for also to me to one among for your own investigations in the after investigation they copy no evidence credible also to move to the next steps in the we are the matter say Nejuma na oye
Nejuma na woye no lawyer Kisi Ejabin actually say former finance minister were declared wanted. Esan say ebra ohia no wanya no afi omo trade by say osiki medical treatment outside Ghana enti no he's out of jurisdiction indefinitely enti were declared wanted. So emre mu no ohia obi wona mra kwa so ono so ewo na lawyer for omo trade amount say enipa no based on eniema 1 or 2 3 enti no oni Ghana ha oyare ne ho emfa no enti say doctor focus obetimi aba obeba eno no utimi declare no wanted say we invite no one so responded to we invite no
you the one say me na so yeah Kisi Ejabin account the former finance minister also no lawyers not sure no so my time I didn't know revolve around the issue of trust and confidence in whether the former finance minister is willing to avail himself, as requested by the special prosecutor. I hope not that yet. It's a problem. Also, genuinely, home file that's where happened the country for medical, treatment. It shouldn't really create any problems. However, it seems that the communication on the lawyers, the special prosecutor is interpreting those letters means that former finance minister, that had the intent of not, coming back to Ghana, and for that, making himself available for further investigations. Where that happens, then you give reason to the special prosecutor or whatever investigative agency reason to believe that you may not want to, avail yourself, and especially when you are out of the country. And it is not as easy as this, to look for you within the jurisdiction. Then there is basis for this declaration of you being wanted on the basis of being a fugitive. A fugitive is someone who has left the jurisdiction, with no intention of returning, to the jurisdiction. And mostly, this abscondment is based on an alleged commission of a crime or a suspected commission of a crime. And the intention for leaving the jurisdiction is premised on the fact that some offense has been committed. And once you've left, it can be seen that there's no intention to return to the jurisdiction because of the alleged commission. And on that basis, then you are declared as fugitive. It is early days yet. The special prosecutor has demanded that he should make himself available, irrespective of whether he is sick or not. I will believe that if the former finance minister intends to return to avail himself of Tottenham, he may instruct his lawyers, to come to this press conference and declare their intention of making themselves available, and probably will be giving some assurances along the line as to when they make their clients available. I think that may affect the situation, because right now every investigative authority is given enough power to be able to ensure that whatever they need, or whatever you want to bring you and produce you for further investigation, they can be able to do it without that many obstructions.
And once I were declared so a fugitive, why you wanted Nidia, baby, I will be or shasso, I was Sam Radneba.
Once I out of the jurisdiction, so the other legal process you may have to activate. But it is possible to bring the person back when you activate those processes. And that is when the person has need or for some reason to reasonably believable that the person does not intend responding to the call or even coming to the country. And also you can activate this process to ensure that people are not being number. And that is where they are. So I believe that if their lawyers should be able to write and communicate effectively to the extent that the officer of Twitter believe that indeed there is no intent to abscond and never to come back, and they are willing to come, and their medical they are describing is based on the a 20%. Maybe they could be able to get the prosecutor to a little bit. But if they are unable to do that, the law is on the side of the prosecutor, and they can proceed with the further action to be able to get back to the country.
Mamini Wunye say Mustafa Hamid now a MPA CEO. Or also one sem eba special prosecutor press him say he's under investigation on Nkrofo become about $1.3 billion scandal be. Now on also about can say oyine ye invite no one teshe do te de e won frema mu eno so special prosecutor betimi ayi say nipa na wo so we under investigation or say officially no we invite no won kan hwenkyere no de what ya ne say na special prosecutor ebro so a ni din abamu
no de so ni o kan no na etia bia kwa bi so no I think that should not be proper, because there's one thing doing undercover investigations, and at the point where you've gathered enough evidence, you want to publicly come out. At that stage, even when you want to publicly come out, whatever evidence you've gathered, it will be reasonably expected. So the subject matter should be aware and given the opportunity to respond to whatever evidence you may have gathered. And so now, if there's a need to go public, so if it is true that he is not aware and this is the person I would think that may not be proper. But then there's one thing saying what he is saying and vis-a-vis what the prosecutor is saying. Sometimes people say things that you can never really verify. But based on what he is saying, so no you'll be unfair or my statement, I'll be invited, will be a question about anything. Now, people probably say, oh, he's getting about something. I think so. To a larger extent, that was unfair. And that does not mean that the prosecutor cannot do its work. Yes, he can do his work.
Okay.
But I think that we are all bound by the law and by the principles of fairness. And if you follow the law, that's what I believe in. Once we follow that, even when the person at the end of the day, through a court trial, is convicted, he is happy himself that you are given the opportunity and the chance and the proper trial and the fair trial. It's always better than when the person is acquitted.
Lawyer, mami ni unwe we emra back can oforiata issue no. Enkrofo se wo hwe issues here and the special prosecutor raise here. National Cathedral yete yase spend $58 million e de to ho. E da ho da. PDS scandal krada bre start be 2020 mu. And I know Martin Dukoya special prosecutor by scandals ni bi anase issues ni bi ho no mo a e ho no mo dada. But edi bese be 3 years 2 years na the special prosecutor why today are they?
Well, a crime has no expiry date. So ufumumba any criminal offense has no expiry date. And there's only 120 years now one day no the only thing that can stop a trial is when you are dead. In certain point in time, unless the entire matter to an end, that it can always be reactivated, and the necessary investigations and possible prosecutions, that whether it is taking 3 years or 4 years or 1 year or even 2 years, it's not really here or there, because the state has an interest in ensuring that the crime committed must be punished for it if there's evidence for it. Until we get to that bridge where we cross and say that okay, we've concluded that no offense has been committed, then you're out. But where a crime has been committed, the state has the interest to prosecute for the offense and to ensure that there's punishment, and so there's no expiry date for it.
Okay, yada see area adaje nimra wanya ede amaye ye. Abusuafo enti lawyer Isaac Mintalabi ena eneno ekasan. Listo we me so to asoma me.
So, like I was saying, that question mature me Facebook on is to tell a story of why Kisia Jabin could not have performed his duties.
Because no true.
Yes, he was in a very serious terror. He was under a very serious year. Now, Sabreno, his life, I understand, say, was apart from threatened, no, there was an attempted something on him. But it hurts me so much, say, all this information gather no. He himself has not put them out. It doesn't amount to say, Bibi, Sabi, yet your man na asha wonsa. Obi di say Matiamidu, no sorry na all church on some fa Kisia Jabin ho no. Edi enti na Matiamidu free office wa or trust say the events on the 12th of date near Daben leading to the 12th of the Adana Rollins who you know and a man yam say na a man ni jai Kufuor adwuma kra to ho Matiamidu. So when he gets that double mouth na ene waka say ade chia na wakoka say you Matiamidu mpokrampo a wo hu krampo no you fled. It is a metese Amanfo Kase Kisia Jabin was not very effective. Yes, me Maccabi. It's not as if I want to get him to be pampered. No. Everyone must rebuke him for not doing his work. But if he has a very cogent reason, for that matter, to when to me establish it, and I say when to me anye a Jumana se fata, we must also abide by it.
But Mr. Kisia Jabin adrian say obi awia from was second one be chino.
There be na onima Jumano. But a be who say a do baby and I make us a communication. I say by way by the communication be a mananya deficit be a one you may be a SCM. For example, one was a nipa ya clear more court no owura Sedu Agongo, owura Opuni, owura friend is saying Collins Daudanom. All these cases no. Just because of that deficit now, that gap now, Attorney General Minister for Justice Dr. Dominic Ayeni, the able lawyer, and communicated to the public as to why he has to withdraw those cases no. Ama indelible mark Biakoba say as a bano waye adiano by his whims and caprices. Even though Sabi, yeah, technically sound I nim DNA call wa binder the animal. For example, Collins Dauda, more bind more witnesses are more do more call no. Crowd witness against mo. In the case of Sedu Agongo, any your friend is saying, Opuni, more Kasama confirm witnesses. Your witnesses became your adversaries in court. They witnessed against Abain. But what clear no? Entino, Nipa ne so tiabontino, oni di entia, unina so a wo declare no. Now you say a political, as for your party members, and I will buy and where you are free court. No. Meanwhile, you are justified to have done ABC, but because of that communication gap, no, ama nipa feed into it like they want to fill in the gaps for you.
Because Listo, at the moment, obinim se kisia jaben ekuta information bi won ho.
Yes.
Information no e won ho no.
Yes.
They will come after you. But sa wo ba bonten.
Yes.
Na wo be kan. Na wo boss na wo kan. Can oforiata this. Mustafa Hamid this and that. Afa no, wo mo no kwa ni be suro se bibi ye wa. People will come after them.
That is what I've always said.
Because ensem no anu aboa no na anu woda so no. Enti na omu peso omu kunu no wode ko adaka.
Exactly.
But se kisi eja ben ehunu se special prosecutor adwuma na edema no. Enye so akwache akonfo wo circle.
Exactly.
Mobile phones obi
akonfo wo circle cry enche na.
Yes. But if you are say yes simple sir.
So those are the things.
It is what Babontin actually yes say senisia and Kagana of one mumbe put and come free. Me
ojidie pass and no ni sinto. Emma Ghana phone tanechi. Because Nana said yeah take us a video so I can't a kufado bonnie no. And yes say ya fana hogono so. What must say? But because you didn't send me go abontino, people now become our security. Unam kra no obi hwe wachi ama. How many times na unam te ya ebia nanama how many times haven't you been threatened?
Another kra na me na.
Untimi na. But ni nyina mu no wo den se yo. But I think say enye nipa nyina na te say ebia he was not technically trained to know how to communicate his predicaments.
Any adwuma no eso se.
Enti abasa no ebia afeni we hu say abai we die or you safe na ma say for some time now minim how you have also felt. I say yeah how be free and so be
so free yes so
mini kapre wombotom but to say ne say mini die but e come cramp on me. I don't know, do you feel like I feel as a me how be and I feel say bia Kisia Jaben has now found himself well say afraid they met me aye adwuma, because I was asking myself so many times even when President Akufo-Addo was there no say how was Kisia Jaben going to work knowing say Akufo-Addo was doing the work and pay government be anyone ma one benefited from Mustafa Semia okay. It will be very surprising say he is not aware, because I know Mustafa. He is a communicator. He would want to just get Kisia Jaben a certain bad name in public. Say, Ukraina say Mustafa Crown friend. But how would Kisia Jaben come out to tell the public say, me investigate something about you? But who now we investigate you? Who I mean, how does this make sense? So let me just go and put political, things to your Fred BB obfuscate the matter. Just say or your diversionary. Let's just say no say acquire politics. And one can say now crowd in same. So let us be very patient. They are very tactful. They are very cunning and conform where we are sikano. Nenka obi ti se akachia megina bonten kan kire Ghana for say ora na John Mahama ate no any local standard any mrem emra be na John Mahama ejina so ate. Do we have a reason to believe say ye wo obi a owo wiase a wono de ye de mra ma ne say wo che kromfo na ma obi be wia wo dem wakoto no say o wia wo say police for nkwa na de mra ma o mo say o mo nkoche akromfo ntime ko police station akobo o mo amane say kromfo ne hye me dem nti no o mo mra mesene ne nkoche no. Does it make sense? I don't think we are citizen. You have every right to cause an arrest and to effect an arrest, not to just cause. So you have every right to effect an arrest. I don't even citizens arrest. And you know, even without John Mahama mentioning, say wati orano, every Ghanaian or even non-Ghanaian but a resident in Ghana, obetimi ati kronfo. I did not call police station. I'm a police fire in Semu. And no more problem with Orano. They are PROs for tips. Omo against Kiseja Bay, say Adena at Assembly check. Yes, Ubetimiaka say. But to criticize to the core, say, a Jumana or Yan Crampono, or who a Juman to often a Juman to what said the ne, me ankasa, me dofo, me mentor. A year, Ura, and Sansari. I vehemently disagree with him. Check his age, Abenja, Nejuman to Hona, Unhunejuma. Oh, Ansasare, you are an example of a Kufado's tyranny. Obia Wabia law school, Oya Wejuma. Obia Waya administrator or Ghana law school. Wabia Wa private law school, Oya Wejuma. A Kufado sat in law firm no for 3 years. A law school no was sat in it down for 3 years. For no reason but everything illegal. Did Akufo-Addo have the basis to close down your school? So how were you expecting Sir Kisei Jabe could work under Akufo-Addo, who was a tyrant, a terrorist, for that matter? Then you are trying to support Ken Ofori-Atta say Yagu Nenimase. No, need to Yagu Nenimase. I mean, some of these things they should spare us the ears that God has given us, because you cannot be right because we are law lecturer. And you know, public should accept your word and say you are making sense when you are not. He wasn't. Nobody was effectual under Akufo-Addo. Not even the police. Not who? When an year Juma under Akufo-Addo now otimi year Juma no soundly. When journalist yabeso minimum. I didn't know to Manase Azure.
But still, no.
Oi, Tio Nanama, but to what end? Tio Yeti radio sui, Ediana Yanka. No one else so. And now Pakokasa John Mahama, a minister be, why yes Putnik V, never sent Sani Panobet Nawa. How many times that one can over that time was a studio? Now, who has a can send a good supermana and one superm? Because I a cabal, I a syndicate, no more creative. It will come on some no more than more. So how was anyone going to be effectual under Akufo-Addo? That is the question that everyone must sincerely and honestly answer. Answer now. Babontia Baba criticizes say Kisei Jabe and Timi Anye Nejuma. Yes, you can criticize him, but you have to find out why. And if you're able to find out why, you would know. Say yes, who be a school cry to school. Lawyer sorry, yet to this school for 3 years. No, to me and row students. How many backlogs na no? We should be able to appreciate them, bearing in mind the situation at the time.
And then Senkabaumian should be near Castle.
Very profound language. Or say, unfortunately for Ken Ofori-Atta, no, luck was not on his side. And because we're losing now by a losing election, that is very pregnant. That statement, you know, because it tells you why he could not work.
Balisto obi di adwuma ma wo.
Yes.
And then adwuma na ode ma wo no, wonim se adwuma no, sei na wasa wo ye mo. Enipa na ode adwuma na ma wo no, empese obeye ne sa. Na hunu se wo so se do person, enye no se wugya ye adwuma.
Ogya ye adwuma na te se de Matiami du ye ya. Matiami du na ogya adwuma no me criticize no. Tie o.
Abi onya no mfa ma wan.
Sami
na ya di adwuma ma.
Me criticize.
Na ode adwuma ma, na de o se beye no, ma wo nya se wo se wugya. Na wo kire ga.
Enye se two things. Two things. Enye se kisi Agyabi ntimi nya adwuma no. Kisi Agyabi anya impediments in his way. Wabra wo ye na adwuma.
Obetimi aye but nipa ne ma wo nye.
Nipa ne ma ne nye no doesn't mean say sa nipa na wo ma ne nye no. Ye ne nyame asese kisi Agyabi an resign. Senke enke kisi Agyabi resign ye pe. Enka be say the next stage no ko be ko fa Gabi na akotena sa office ho. And that office no so it was security of tenor. Eti Gabi na enke be ko hwe omu nsemu. Eti the nyame asimpo say kisi Agyabi an resign. Because nana ma sometimes and some people we are classified, you cannot put them out. Because nipa na one okasa no, we dey come out caution say same way there is just for your ears, but you can just by way of your commentary no be parable about it. What must say o kanu abebuom say nipa be tiase. Kisi Agyabi could have died. Anybody that knows that office no ni wo staff nimpo we a staff member who kofia na usro because Akufo-Addo was president. How many times obi ayama omu security odini ko ni fie krampo no na security no was an adversary. U security ay se fa ene ne nante o na security no ma info ye wa ha ye kwa ha ye fira ye be kwa ha. It got to a point now say ebimu krampo fa private security. Private. And you know, we should not just think say it was ordinary. Afena Nyankopon adom asa oman no ya nya ye fa ahudie. And to let's expect say if we na ko na nimu no. Okay. Ye betimi anya. Na me de ma no si wo Kisi Agyabi semofa Mustafa Hamid ho no. Afema ahudie ntia ayi menu asefa kan. O pa NDC fo a chew say omomra emma ye nya adwuma na nya asembia. Mustafa Hamid na le tu atwi no. Why a board chairman and a board member?
NPA.
Yes. I want to know. Come say fa kan ya adwuma. Afa won baby assembly nenam. Ma won tan sam mom. Ye be wo mom diska no. Okay. Ye be wo board a omo approve sa sika die no.
1.3 billion.
Yes. I don't think say fa kan canily. Oh, ye nuanom mom ya nya adwuma. Anya hwe. I say any NDC ni asem. Uni NDC ni asem ade ne yakoto about 2024 no. One can say NDC for say pamochaw. Afa mumra ne nyina ye fan fe so. Ya to aba wie. Afa ne wo say e wo say krono bi amabɔ no. Na wo sefa, wo ti wiase. Ene sika bia no asudi. Afa de wo hu nya. You see? Nana, let's take our time. Let's not be so hard on ourselves, especially with this government. We should be very steadily. Obi bia wa from my way take one and the same point must not be left off the hook. Let no one get away with murder. And yes, sir, yeah. On my way will never forgive John Mahama and the NDC. Okay. And it will be into their foreseeable future. Obi bia wa from my way sikano. We should just be very meticulous and we should exercise brevity. And my say something has just slipped us off. No, you're meticulous. Be any I am fee and need to say the now boy fee, be when if fee, Mohan Kratem, fee money, and Kratem, Kakranamuma, Obia, and feel how the law must work on a thief.
Okay. Sammy Brammy.
Apomia.
I don't trust.
There are there some minchia tea for ne. I phone minchia na poku. Na minchia a producer so. Na now say a Kisi Agyabi Akufo-Addo amane dwuma. Na wontumi nya on fa dwuma nto no on resign.
Ah no uncle. Ma say ye need to start e we dai.
You see. Another Kisi Agyabi omo pe na kuno na won kana Ghana for protect no. Woni baby Kisi Agyabi te. Nanama. Woni No, maybe no.
Who be some of them in
maybe I kisse jabete.
Adam kisse jabin film ko yede hon me hu baby.
Anti say ye pena kunu ni fe na so be protect. Now how are you going to protect the person?
Now the list of Tian man who cancer no be ni baby oti. And some what that sorry.
I'm person the person oti ase ni say.
Kwabena bo bia.
Ye nu be ko ni de kai ano keke. Ye pe kisse jabin akunu. MPP 4 penu akunu. Hwe nanama. Me, I'm not surprised 1%. Sekisia Jabin Ashasi with Kenufriata Echo. Because me, I have known this since 2023, 2024. Hey, MPP 4 docket. I go special prosecutor hono.
I just unim do otie.
Me ni baby otie, ma me ni baby oye adwuma.
Unim docket ni die.
Crawford docket a egu hono. Na tie ese abwanle ne kwasia eprinyi nche Akufuado botaya na esi ne tri na adwen mo de special prosecutor no was not to fight anything corruption. Akufuado agenda was to use the special prosecutor to persecute the political opponent, and number one priority and a woman Akufuado the creative office of the special prosecutor was John Dramani Mahama, and that priority was the Airbus. No one say so on my special prosecutor attorney general Airbus attorney general they are independent because of Shabana say and to creative office of the special prosecutor Sunday so independent. And no abano kokra no a enti sa attorney general abangu na odi agu no abano kokra otimi to aso it was Mahama. And when they realize say oman timi achieve omo target hwe Martinamidu wo akwa ye wadwuma a wo pese wo ye uhwehwe mu a wo ye ankwankosi aga o tro reporter da ba beto say wo susu say government official one no Mahama. Adanse bia ni ho nukure bia nim ana Martinamidu di adwuma no to ho ena Gabi Asaro kire daako ekofa ne darling boy kisi eja ben ano de no ko special prosecutor ko na ko finish de Martinamidu antimi am finish no na ko no wonim se onu kisi eja ben no or wa adwen on his own adwen na da ne tirim no enye Gabi mu die ni bi okoduru ho no ana ohun se ensama wodo ya sesa gu Mahama appointees no nyina na frivolous no kra bi ani but ye nyusu ne enfan drag wo mo nanama enye attorney general Undergroya Kufu ene Godfrey Dame 8 years enye omo na prosecute Dr. Opunimo Sedu Agongo Ajumara Alhaji Dauda Collins ene omo ka nyom one prosecute for 8 good years na no mu one omutimi ade etimi TV anything conviction omutimi convict omo evidence be no omutimi di bae it didn't have any evidence until when Kiseja be taking over you realize say office no was created to persecute NDC4 but and some of them can no be anim and MPP for no ankasa de sha say eba no sha say o fight then you realize say and found evidence at the beko court na ho no no enye say President Mahama an overhaul government judicial system especially Supreme Court wa ejuma President Mahama be 4 years na be cost 90 court wo ba be ye safe havens the ma MPP corrupt officials and the special prosecutor can do your work when they realize say they cannot manipulate the office of the special prosecutor no omukoko hide behind the judiciary and it's how the beba oba ni about to ago the whole judiciary from Supreme Court Edibesi Circuit Court all the system was against the office of the special prosecutor enti case bi do be ko bia no ni aba to agu Kisi Ajabi hu say ye pe no akunu no omu make attempt yes omu pen say omu make attempt 3 times ana nkomo pen no akunu ena mo omu koto bulletproof car no de man no ana omu ma eye omu hatchet man Samale Poladon wachre Edibeto oh small boy and a da bulletproof car get away from there when they realize it say Kisi Ajabi nyo majuma no then they went after him na odini hu sie ye because no nim de obeye ne dachi Kisi Ajabi nim say so nya ban papa why you ready to fight corruption obeye adwuma and as ban papa no so namba ene enye Mahama Attorney General appointee Mahama appointing attorney nyo na go for Kano Friata o Kufuado appointee and go after Kufuado appointees and nya Mahama adwuma no Kufuado ono ankasa na mamu no ena na eguso a adwuma no so NDC fo obi anye din na mo da mo ntrachi na mo hwese de nyama besi akọ now this will not stop the Attorney General say ono so be na famudie na nama the coming days ne very interesting but President Mahama earlier the best say obeba holy Supreme Court ye judicial system no antisa omu be frustrate Attorney General omu be frustrate special prosecutor what the evidence ne be kopa na so say nyadwuma we need to clean that judicial service no system no said ye be ya bibia betimi akoso wano and President Mahama why instruct said national service scheme ghost names no mo investigate Attorney General Eshe na Jumase and na very soon Ghana for nyina be hu die tuemu and ne Minister for Communication Sam George what track of Attorney General seeking advice contract Kenny GVG any dia kika contract best 5 or seeking advice and yes say Sam George as a sector minister yes say onim say contract no dubious o name we so penny due mante aban lawyer penny any Attorney General and say when him said then cry no I was so the kokoto nanim now I know said that Attorney General will give the way and Ghana for now will see and they will know and Nyama Akufuado any MPP aban and they are Ghana for yenya hu hwe ora for djuma mo yeye Enyama omutimi retrieve ye no amounted to $21 billion. $21 billion.
Enyama omutimi ye
they retrieve
like no information on
agada tese abanja pade ayawia na kapodia tese o maje won krata ya gede aba bangalo so ya bubu agu anka MPP fo age asasena fa so o ma recover ni nyina o quantify ni nyina bomu a $21 billion. Mahama be president wanya say sika no $21 billion wanya IMF yada so IMF just $3 billion for the past 2-3 years kan nyina krampo nya mai $3 billion
since
2022 ebesi na sika nyina krampo mai me no ka say IMF ni new finance minister esinkonya omuguso omupupu na $21 billion eno ye eniama o Kano Friata ne sa contract no nyina mayo na na mayo Ghana Revenue Authority encrofo evade tax
if you put dollar at 15 it's in excess of 315
billion cedis
billion Ghana cedis.
GRA and Crawford evade tax and are paying tax and on Crodobano. Nana emayo yen kon share oil money no sika ye wia emayo nana yen ko ECG ECG o yenko ho emaye yenko PDS sika omo bajeji for 6 months omudi ye nana yenko ho ye yenko baby we ene na manu he ya touchline ene nkofo ahya asie dwane no kenofriata se okoje den o informe former chief of staff current chief of staff na anyibia kenofriata wo ko baby na informe current chief of staff no we government appointee o ko no so okra chief of staff
his lawyers are trying to
na oye me bawo na oye government appointee because sabre no sempo special prosecutor say wo hwehwe na wo hia wa say special prosecutor na be letter da come say bia me tu kwa hwe me hu me ana say wo court na be letter da kwa come no anye bia chief of staff Julius Debra no investigate you so on what na any case so koja ya hwe amano ne aje na 111 yesie
say owe akukutira
Mahama Sukra take you over na ye finance minister
wo finance minister okra wo free wo yeah you
nana what do you think also woye no waye bone a wonu nim se waye bone na obi otimi ka se wo ya me ameku me ho kra otimi ka ho otimi ka chi ni no so no abeku ne ho
because wakra say wo koje ayarehwe
enti na wakra
obi akoje otimi ka say you are out of jurisdiction
na wonim da obeba
yare ne nkoda
wonim da obeba
yare ne nkoda
ozo wonim da obeba
enti listo we me be France yati asese Asante bedi etuo yade na omuso otwawe no boa
o tio Kofi Asante yare but the way no mo describe yare na ntisa
nana me
ne ho ato no but it is ade no o ma stage ni ama no moye
me say it got to a time they were all out there saying say oh we will kidney disease we will say
chachuchi kata Kofo de chachuchi kata kotu afiase Kofo Akufo da na ye attorney general Okohe charges was say Kofo President Kofo versus Chachuchi Kata
Chachu versus the president
Chachu versus the president yes not the state and tie Kofo and a Chachuchi Kata kotu afiase
not the state
Chachuchi Kata koda afiase nana oya asthmatic patient na prison ho obi so asma ba wo ana ode ono na dru I was so far at the coma nipa no ade chi ya na ono so de bae emu ye den ye le betu kolebu ye de chachu ba no chachu da empam na handcuff guninsa enti kenofriata so ti hwiche mu kra no a na na ebedi na asem
indefinitely oni gano
ayin fa no fa koye nye kutoka no fa koye airport no kodu ye ni details wo ho ye de ne beba
ba se ene me hu se MPP for no so ka se Maslock ma me no so akwa
wa me say ye de kenofriata beba market on the wall se kenofriata na nkasa ma me say de kenofriata beba Ghana be dinasem na so tre ben wo no penisi agene ntem wo ye obas na penisi otwetwe kunu be bibi ma ne yakasi awa na dawachi intibra na begene ntem na sha ase so we shall say at least by we was in wacha be 1 month 2 month 9 year one case we plead guilty na japade na be confiscate ni a person grew amount sawam enti by the time wa Mahama 4 years we nko na wie na nimse we twa 4 years at least ebeka be 20 years na ugo shall sentem ni wie ntem na ye kan nkrofo free say oh a normal political rhetoric a normal say opposition party there ube accuse your opponent in government say or you corrupt or wiesika people didn't understand na me say whatever na ye report ye kan ye before election no it's not even up to 1/3 about the reality when we were talking about state capture when we were talking about abansa here lutuno nana me see me die onabo rekopoku achi eko to eko agric ministry agencies ni na mo say asade ne ye kan kra de ne enka hwe ya jinsasi nyama even ministry no agency no office office no no or no office ne septic tank ne manhole ye twa fence where ye twa ma ho na kodi obi assassin. It's happening here. And it is a very interesting. Attorney General Beshane Diase, Special Prosecutor Shane Diase, and you show me and call baby contractor would work Keno Furiata. If you chair left and right. Contractor would run an hour dear without due process. Public Procurement Authority. And now I say dear Juma so sourcing just left and right near the corner genie D Basania co. Nana Miss will be a binyan dear Mako. But this will not detract the year John Dramani Mahama government from doing the Juma Nana Opesoye. Mahama opposition or catch or castle or catch the labor unions, no. Teacher unions, Mr. Or be a president or someone say a woman honeymoon. MP before the Namcoka say Mahama pe honeymoon natches or aquacoda because somebody do minimize cast a honeymoon is a aquacoda no diodo. Honeymoon and Mahama can say. So Baba a president na say even labor unions for cry Ebesha said demanding your man or moon train kakra. Because Mahama Kasim is about obey books no. Ama will be a near woman. Now say ministers nene take shape will be a taking shape very soon. Nana book no be biem. Amu be whom books no say the name musitie. Nagana be soon. Share Enra Mahama. I directive finance minister. Say US aid. And Donald Trump so we
150
and think 150 something million me ba. When was what catches what catch the finance minister say. O make sure say or be pay bibi di ahye ho no mo e betimi cover the mess. Say Akufo Addo anke de ho tax beba.
Oh, what my deport me kwanko aye ho tax.
Ke de ho tax beba.
Trump deportation tax in Kaba.
And MPP for any hwe ka. O mani bibia ka. Enti obi a edin mate se na MPP for Ashanti region say Denis Miracle Abuaje. Aden why this can anyone die aden wako o meka de e di asem na obabeka Mahama baya by the 30 days etwam nana there's no one single scandal na me ade ba kwa me said the attorney general ne say o make sure say Godfrey Dame all the crimes are committee you know all share eye jakpa so nko di tro no nkro no banyina no on hwe mranim se mrabo betimi dia charge eye Godfrey Dame for causing financial loss to the state because nana bone ben pa no bi bedia e be take you 8 years no more 96 months I want to provide the evidence okoko to a V8 no mutim na petrol driver ye tuaneka car no ye service court o file motion o file application bi nana you pay up and down for 8 good years. When you know say you have no evidence, when you know say the person has committed no crime, but because say you want to prove to your gullible followers and sympathizers and party members say you accuse them in opposition they are corrupt, so you must do something to please them. Now question you are fighting because they are corrupt. No, I will see a charging for causing financial loss to the state. Now for say identity buying by what discontinue. And I didn't say I buy cost Yamau 8 years. Yet the time for Shawonsa crucify him went me uncrucifying. A ban for Frabaji and Kwamba on name crucify. On
wasted time.
On name wasted time and wasted taxpayers' money. When we have the real thieves. A cromfona and Casa Honum. Yes, I will say Bekuma Boasona, a young paper book your uncle boo name. Sabian people for a cromfuetum where she na onyai. Na yes, say. Ake mona mo se Mahama or ship no was some cotton mo so Dubai hotel was some cotton na mo first can beto buy photo mo man to me ye ba ya ake e o mle kwa kronfo na nkasa gu honum there be nana we no waste time straight to business nana because as in 2024 me say this bill Mahama appointees wo Mahama mo madwuma no Mahama trimadion Mahama on the team more than rough. So papa, alcoye bonewa bontain, eba na on foa so. nemu mokasa o hwemu ahu so ayebone no atwe waso ewo nipa no obebo kwa adunanim no oye japa but obekasa ne tiri mu odin sana Mahama te Mahama will not spare you and then kofo bebre atwan green letter obi atwan green letter
asa
ene wo ma also mko radio su kura kasa kura dodo no ano also wankasa because in green letter mai obi susu wonko because se wanya adwuma enti wo se o ti radio no su ko kakra no ti TV no su ko kakra o ye adwuma ya mamutiri nkwa na emom muntutu manamo ye because Mahama sekan nana etwa nufanu krante nufanu a etwa benkum twa nifa enti se 1 to 2 niama ye na the office o ye position e dia ma wo kototo niama basa ye ho nkro ne ba nana me say weni beti no na fidie na yiw na no Global Info Analytics edom survey by first 30 days of Mahama approval rate 84%. Ghanaians na say ne say to aba come to aba Mahama to from 57% in December 17 no first month of Mahama in government I could do 84%. 70% of Ghanaians won't kasa and say Ghana baby a kwana amamu nam so no eko 30 eko fine bibia dana kwamu a ekoye de Ghana for ekanie nemo ade ba ko pe ena ate Mahama Max yesi na so de woni pa bia ho akwese kutire bini fita bi boto ade ba ko pe se dam pareda so kuta akunyam ti akunya se IGP 1 month under Mahama government no a short for
okay
and Mahama must do everything possible to correct the wrongs
okay
because so long as dampare at one no nana ye hu hwe one ankasa kra need to be investigated special prosecutor very soon wo de wo bo se dampare ye nya yi na kunya fi one ma special prosecutor be investigate no ye be investigate dampare ama Ghana fo nyina hu ye be investigate dampare se bi ote wo no wagya ne nan ote so akunya no ote so wagya ne nan se bi atiefo mfanteme ena wa moa ne nan no aka ode ne sahye ne damiri fam ena se bi o waka ne to amoa ye peja no tusi abehu nwansana po bire pa ba be fa akunya no ho ahia nanso okosoro ba fam ye be peja no mama nwansana po bire am ye hu de ote so enti president Mahama Juma de wa ye ni nyina nemmom said dampare so long as dampare continue to hold that position as IGP no a shortfall of your government nenanso no CDS edaso te wono eya wonanso yiwomo na kwanu mu na ho na gidie ni arehemu a Ghana Police Service any security agencies ni nyaaye ede to abama wo no Mahama is not for nothing no the Ghana Police Service wanted change because they needed change and inti no mu nyina kabo mu eto abam massive edema wo would deliver a school feed yahu for the first time in the history secondary schools ye feed omo ye mo sardine omu deep perfume rice and akufuado expired rice and akufo expired tin tomato and akufuado expired rice and ne and Mahama woman omu deep perfume rice ana na ye ne kra tie ase ye adwuma jacket ya no ebi kra sikra kra ntimi nto mo perfume rice omu di ye mo sardine and ye demo mu no mo wie just 1 month 3 SHS no kwa nya review no mponi o the improvement na Mahama eniam odi be was be improve onya mpo no this is it and they are enjoying school feeding obi enjoy and obi na koye a police force deserve to enjoy na police force cannot enjoy with dampare yes na welfare no a ye ka say welfare asori yesi eje welfare dues sika ejeje to aye to wa na de bebo ho kire wa no abu atma kwajimu bosia police fo bebre ho no mo wo yade a aketu antumi to ko welfare no ma na de bi abo no bosia na de bi afem no ebi obi kwa akoware obi hia sika ko handan obi hia sika tu fees otimi ko welfare na de abo no bosia na o chere kakra ba akofo adi police for ye adwuma bre afini nyina December ebebe na nkrofo agi o mani Valentine obi na obi eya o madwo mu ko hia osuma ko o mani ama no na a police for odwen kwampon bebo mo ban se do betimi akoso kuradi o mu nsamfu osumu enter police for kro Valentine kro mu ni bi afimu ni nyina o activity ba ko efe no wasa a police for eno ne ye na o na ka ye games ana so so ye bia bo so afi no so a e bia 300 Ghana 200 Ghana cities ye mfa ma police ni no on fan to se bi o drink na won no kaza ma bre we dia me de teme home so dampare nkwa fa ses ka no da so te wo so wanyi dampare mfa be da investigate
okay me da asin abusuafo for media sidema St Andrews Senior High School Eugene fa video no to so ma me why na me ba ya na me koso enkura na ya mo sadin omo wie no me pese me de no ye me last year na me di recruitment ni wie St Andrews Senior High School na free was it say no 2025-2026 academic year no admission cost form 1 form 2 form 3 admission wo ho form 3 nyina no admission wo ho no ntimi strow wo pese wo bako senior school papa or the excellence grades wasi wasi results ne beba dia ene Mr. wa bomodin na fa oba no eko St Andrews Senior School waye home economics visual arts business general arts and general science ye wo techi blow last stop or hostel facilities and boarding facilities ye kama oba ne ebedi di aresardin bedi di peche St Andrews frewamo 0249832015 0249832015 and answer 0540048332 Teshi Chibro Rush energy drink papa no boostu energy level no ema wan kasa wo sorry a ru se ahode sonko aba woni peduanum top choco chocolate spread ne de fa bread mu ya eye kama papa enti wunya bia enkoda no wan fancy a de be no matete nyina di kakra bread mu eye nutritional ya top choco 3-1 chocolate drink so delicious chocolate drink cocoa wo mu kom sugar wo do hia enu nso hie kakra bi tim pampa wona wo sen no free 0243 033 na wo mo M1 afa ye ton sase ya mansutwi bia enihu ensase ya mansutwi bia enihu enti sa ensase we se no wokwa wo mo ebetwa bia ma wo ewo Kumase Atasamanso residential area Yesterday developers ankwankwa ya wo pasase a mansutwi bia enihu no ye kanfo sasase we se na diama wo document ne ye je ba bia nwumere wutimi nka bia no wo betimi afra wo dofo wadamfo wunua bi so onkwohwe asase ne ma no wasend usika ne atwa bi diama wo ewa Atasamanso residential area ebo no eda form ye be headline educational complex Mount Zion hospital wa Perates asase no eda krofimfi yankasa ye wo fia ye ton ewo circle ben Fredis corner wodo rice hono mo 6 bedrooms washrooms nso ewo mu wo betimi afre 0242 770304 0242 770304 0242 770304 afa Father Abraham Herbal Spiritual Hospital etron sadia fra wo say menua busua yade bia ha bia no wachineti wunya no aduro cancer kidney mu yade sexual weakness prostate sickle cell BP num HIV num memmen they say me o masesa tata so e ma no so ahoche say kwade 3 4 5 we ma 50 wo kabo ma de ahwe half enti ade de ye te fole pa wo ko obesa wo yade ankasa enti yade bia ha bia no anu aduro e wo Father Abraham ho afensu sunsum koni amane bia no promotion ne lack bia wo pe e wade tomu wadwuma mu no furniture ye wo sopa hodo ayaye ye no nsu unya bi di dware a lack ni favor ni grace edi wanim cancer of Ankobaria so fast our in filling station for 0244 371695 0244 371695 and I say 0559 114122 na wo wow afa give us about center enu papaye wodwaso give us peak capsules oba num bi be ma num bi amudi siesiem ho e boost fertility level ne pa afa su junso mu pens bi asietu give us cold capsules koko ne yamtima droni give us about Mr. malaria typhoid joint disedroni give us GC Mr. ne capsules so oba fedu papa siesio ho be ma wo so fedu papa siesio ho kokofo no mo mi ani dusu ye na kate ensi so Ghana baby abere and give us nupa benya be free 0543 222470 0543 222470 Yoje mami video no na yento asom famfiri hanom na epoku listo well me watch a video ni bi
watch a video there
Form 2 4
yes
metro no kra no was come say asin north was a baby senior high school.
oh okay
yeah and me hu we
no asin praso
oh me nya sesi ana me dia ma but asin
na nama dey kind. I still want to abide by one thing, say education eye adia ema oban bia no enya fapem papa ema ne dachi na se yehwe suku a sebio nyame adom yenya bi koya ene bebia suku a ye koye no nyame aye adom sebi ye nuru bebia wo bra ye bomu nenso so no se me kai kwesi ampofo agei ne nyum bia oto se respect the teacher and obey the teacher emu baako na ama medinasiema me teacher ni bia o kire made pa na obi ni hono a o kirifo asempa kodo se sebi enkolase omu kusuku na o my Ghana yesi yede yesika ni bi son kwala na sene amoma kusuku hwan na nkapese o kase adewe nya ade papa but nana wa se ekufo do banne be ka kire mi se Yesu ye Nyankopon ba minyini de minim dada ni nyina se ekufo do na wabie na no aka se Yesu ye Nyankopon ba no minyini because metimi adwen se bia o ka Yesu fufuro din enye Yesu na o ya agenkwane bana because se me ko akohwehwe nipa owo bone ho adwene e wo wiasim ha na me san akufo do ho a e wo se medikan dwen hu se e de se me ankasa no enye obi o bone ho adwene na me hwehwe no otumase ada akufo do sha se se wo di free SHS ye ne campaign message. I remember clearly say commentary yanumbi enyaye even though no the year 2008 campaign and fly 2012 the animal hono and I kai say that time no na ye debate bi o GTV and that issue came up. I remember when Professor Bedu Akosano and the former Greek minister no onu say ora fo anhwehwe na sika wawia no hwan akoto afie sika wawia no yo mebega na no ya esemi die sika wode awia no enya senketwa ena free SHS asem ne baaye na ye kana me se da bi nipa na o promise free SHS no ne premise na o de promise free SHS no anything for the future of nkwala no because of votes a obenya. Apart from that no, there is nothing good about the promise no. Vote a odibenya enti na no promise free SHS. Enye se oba be man nkwala ko school abeye papa ewo society mu. Nana na ka se sa adwen na wa kufa do trimu a enka no e-block should have been abandoned because enye John Mahama sika ni bottom sika na no odisi ayo man sika na no odisi enti se why aban na se watimi afom aban se bi ufro position ba wo se be man kola ko school fa mekwa na wa ba ede na sinto kese won kola ne suku o mu be komu a emma yenkoye semester ye bi nko ye friend say 2 weeks no ma ba fie akola timi ko 3 weeks no aba fie no aba tra fie bosome miensa
nyem omo fa ne ko
no ma nyem
de omo fa ne ko
na ye ka headmaster na ono hwe nkola ne so na ono ye academic ye friend say owo academic prowess a o tse se nkola no omadi sua no enkoye ni we no okape wayi nadi obi bie na no wayi nadi from Napoa Penso as education minister oyi headmaster said you transfer omo anyhow aduane kakra akura benye die kurampo no eno no akoye te se de chese na wo akufo do kura se bi enuane ana de ma asukufo so omriko school onkraman a omo wo ufie wo mane nkraman no kura wo de se aduane be mom
but list ana de no so kura ne se wo se oil money
so obi na apesika na to
oil money no asa
yes
anase oil no se no ye nya
eno kura na ma tio obi eye John Mahama ne John Mills eno omo bo foto to ho heritage fund eno omo se ye fa sa foto no ento mada chinchiri ma na bia oil ya yekotui na ye nya oil no in a certain large quantity a ebetimi aso nchiri maso enti ye mo foto nto na da chi bi omo ba no mbeto se omo man yetu oil wo mu a na omo so anya sika ni bia ye den e dia pa omanum with your heritage fund sika with this your friend is saying stabilization fund just say get fund nyina sika foto bia ye boy ye bia no diska ne mu nyina mo diska no sika akola no ye twa to se won fan konko ye aduane a won bedi o omadi
but unim se senior school no mo ka se 5.7 million
yeah billion
5 points in crowd more benefits
I no kwa no mboa 3 point something
edu watch say 3.1 enti se wo hwedu amudi agum na the last time na me
ghost names
no more than 2.5
ekufodo he me say
first directive
say aban we
education minister Aaron Edrusu de
yes
omonya audit
yes
omonfa list ni nyina amra from 2017
oh sorry
ebesi ne obi a benefit to face one family na very soon
from 2017 okay
nanama ebe kakra won ubenya kompo news a on listen news a obe kan efia any wo introduction a obe ye no ubenya kompo
ya bre
me say who say education ministry ho no say owura Aaron Edrusu the way I nim no send you see na adwuma fa no the rota obe uncover was our ministry nim no eno kwa alone betimi aka say MPP never again the rot say yetimia atwa ghost name say wako school edisika 23 so ama aban na je
enti the last time you
osama yako school
you calculate ya ha 2.5 million no you say 2.5 million students no
yes.
On daily basis crime say 5 cedis ya on daily basis na buy nya 12 million Ghana cedis
so you can imagine how much money enuntina obi ti say adutum otimi nya kokodo de ne sase ne bo say ono betimi aye o man we man pania be de akire no ne napo ko ho no because napo no ehwa na ono so wi asika on say Akufo-Addo is a very cunning being just oye bone one way ya unim nyansa unhu ne to wadi kan ka cha say me ma oba na ko school free it oba na wo ko school free no ama wanya hotoso bi woni mu se sa nipa we oye nipa papa enu no de fa ho abọ wo kro no tio wo se me ma wo ba wo wie suku a wonya adwuma aye napko enti wanya hotoso ni gidie bi woni mu ewa wakoma mu se papa we nipa papa na wa fa ho nipa 30,000 amu koya adwuma no wo se wo fa nipa 100,000 enu so ghost names no wa fa no de akwa wia wo wose wa fa wa man kola ko school akọ NSS akọye adwuma na wakọ fa oba bi a otwere dan ho se boto emu boto ba ko no de na ko gina ho na wafa nipa unim se nipa o my it's in excess of 82,000 audit no kro mu wie yo it is in excess of 82,000 so first no say you can say 40 something thousand say 82 more than 82,000 names
ghost names
abusumi bia wonya in excess of 50 something million 50 something million oh
they obi ato watch
nya
na watch bono
me girl no de ono ye sales worker wo girl no wono ne frema opare no girl no ye sales worker wo ye sales na frema opare nya bi ato wig enya bi akoye surgery atutu ne sesi boni ankofo we de o ma we na mama dentia me hu ba ku mienu miensa no wo se me betena studio am catch you say me obi catch me say me MPP ni a it's like telling me I'm a criminal me didn't be court just by merely mentioning say me MPP ni no you want to just accrue criminality to my name me do be court boni am de di o my way no me say just one ministry the recovery on betimi anya from one ministry no ebetimi aya a whole entire budget for 8 years etino I just will still come back to it wabra me bo ura mahama abaso
okay
say anya bia no obi busa say how sustainable is it nanama if you are able to retrieve the looted funds from the education ministry it can see to it making sure say nklani be didi peche for not less than 20 years peche o be didi peche Jessica o ma wia wa ban dada nim 8 years no say who recover some money no in that ministry a ebetimi am nkola didi enya corn beef ne enya sardine nkla no be the corn beef o be didi peche for more than 20 years
o mu di jollof jollof
yes papa hwehwehwa
grano soup
yes say what anti muni die ni bi what I say
funny crazy.
Funny crazy. So I'm saying, say, if you are able to recover the looted funds alone in that ministry of education, and na ebetimi so esi adan a omunsi anwie no.
A complete.
Because me nim napo no se na wadi minimo no. Onu napo no timi kwaji obi asase. Ewo ye friend sen baby apeduase wa achi ho no e ho mfa opeduase nya sa na ono abudan nipa no by force wa fa na asase o na wasi dan no na nipa no na kokota o say name your price obi de ne ho de na asase o obi a no wo sresre ya wo enche wo beko pani we fie no wote ho na wo be sre sika obi a no da abai scholarship so ansa no watimi akọ school ene ono si waye yie twom me nua no waye yie na po we si waye yie na mo ne nam landing oni eibawomia omo ne nam landing adan a obo ko hwe Akufo-Addo na omo na kasa se on support omo na omo samra bi na omo ko pa Akufo-Addo chew eti bembe ye ko pa eti bembe chew na ye say scan fana ko di ni ho so nanama me bo ra mahama abaso
okay
etikese e ukone so we adwe enye se emre o enye se jo mahama wa fa na hugunu so
okay bia na me nko
wa fa no se eye na sede ye na hyede se wo se o mankola no enya tena bia pa enya aduane padi na oye
okay
enya den se wo be so mo manfo no kremu but ya wo be ko atipu mu be ko ya mu be ko abenidie mu but mesre ra mahama se it shouldn't be a 9-day wonder.
Okay.
And money fund that crack.
Okay.
Say, dear, on can crunch a gun for. Share, I will only be better to make clear.
Listo for one missing me quahuntos.
It's a mess.
Won't offer you new year, mammy. Why? One was see.
For so based stakeholder engagements, we are still looking forward to that.
Okay.
On education.
Committee
Yes, no, we still look forward to that. I'm saying, we still look forward to that because the findings will tell how education should be. Yes.
Nana, me do baby, you know.
Okay.
Me call a year Edna letter directed to the chief of staff. Yera Julius Debra at the bar say, "A Benjamin Nibia a fano after 7th December 2024 no. Yen terminate to be a contract. Na enema who say Samia Uku. I say President Mahama a bad president, and the President Mahama and reverse it. Yes, Samia Uku is a politician, or a Ghanaian or a youth. And as a politician, our MPP more a leading member of the MPP. BBC bar also a KBB. To be saying something. Said there be a future biano. Obet imagine quiet campaigns and I'm you know, me can be mammo. Those who himself answer more can do and kubuku be a mo. Nanama 20 Kufuor take over from Rollins. Kufuor when ye Rollins appointees one pamo munkwao, o jeli wa mube biku uwe fiase. Victor Salumu, a fiase no mukuye.
Me time was so yana me the
Chachikata, I mean, didn't want for fear.
Me time was
Professor Mercy by no. Not our who quine. Yera Kwame now hoy, and you remember Yera Twa hoy. Yera Kwame now hoy, and a leading task force. Or me investigating Kufuor appointees, Nanama over hundreds of them. No more docket or be ready. I can't say President Mills, Eden and Sabeshas, and Ashas a prosecutor. President Mills or Percy started rewriting a history and Timaya yet. And we jam more form who dear. Yeah. Because I be court what the honor aqua or Majuma and Omujachri. I could afford to take you over. 2017. Nana, the same Professor Messi can answer no buy no. MMDC is a bit now for a year. A bit now 6. The one now one chaprano a 6 months. Cocoa board see you answer sano. You penny forward be Branham that debate Branham Professor Messi answer samo. Now Professor Mills chatty a new part bia almost and yes my most sana was a gun and animutu. I could afford to take you over. Yes to I could afford to in not your shit toe boots.
No pam.
Now your ransake National Health Insurance Authority 4 offices near Robin Crawford. Pamon Crawford I could afford to buy a Mahama government. I'm a nurses for over 11,000 financial clearance I am for more no monko yejuma. Minister of Finance, I'm financial. I could afford me 10 minutes in appointment. Ghana Police near recruiting your fan crop for new recruiter or more training grounds or me juma. A bit of training for 3 months. Was ya kai am I been and cranny be crab because say training near the amono. Saba more or man ya me juma or mako bokro na kufa de say mutriso. Will you mean nerdy? Akokura boni ya wasafo mafo President Mahama nipa nyame boy President Mahama nyesho no boy nya what's standing mako wura ban position we no catch on say ayema e wo say yetwam kura na ye pam nkrofo ne sake nkrofo
thank you
enne ni nyina mu no sabre yewura eye Samia Uku so no na national organizer youth organizer ye pam youth ye sake youth no one can be because on Ankasa catch the MPP Mabunu said take position as soon as we win the election we take position me obetemen can no kopam obi not taking position
me da se
and ne Samia Uku say President Mahama on reverse it na enye a good president a good president pa
okay abusu ayen twa
say de mako hu e Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no me ho kra di me say enu nti no manya award a eye world best obi antra say ema dompem yade ka say anase mo yade enka ne to dem bio
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic asanya want to say ne ekuro etu no ne enka e wona num oba na be mo pa wo ene enyarwan kaye
na nsia ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho e kaye no Greenfield adaromanti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machines ahwehwe di pedua di mu ankasa Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop for 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898
Greenfield
God is our healer
Greenfield
your last stop
I believe Upgrades are nice, but stepping up is woohoo! Because when you upgrade with GoTV, we'll step you up to the next package. Upgrade today to get more than more with Step Up, where if you're on GoTV Plus and upgrade to GoTV Max, you'll get even more with GoTV Super. Get big value, get big entertainment, get stepped up to even more with GoTV. Upgrade today on the My GoTV app or visit GoTVAfrica.com. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 31 March 2025.
Banjo. Why go? Massa, St. Andrews asembubu wayek machine biomo. Yeah! Afia wedie eye buta.
7 A's, 6 A's, and 5 A's no abro so.
Enti say wo beto forms e wo St. Andrews SHS the results ni bi na chance.
Afiwe ye the 999 candidates and a quatrain emu 997 and a qualify ye ko university.
Wow, wedie e buru adwen ene ntiase so.
Eno nti se wako school bi akọ feli poto.
E mane hawo kra.
For ani tremo St. Andrews SHS. Say St. Andrews e bi akwanya ama omo ko form 3.
Enti ma wonye ha na be fa forms na tre wasi May June exams ni bi afia ebe.
Enti masa akwanya we mpa ho fisa me ho yanka na aka echi.
Enti fresisia na je SHS 3 admission forms
0244 696911
Ana 0207 891004 St. Andrews SHS.
We are always
in the league.
Hey! When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huadin.
Refuse to grow any offense back.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and you're ready for Yamusa Moya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a Peja immune system Nabribia, Yarientimu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, do the one dance yes, and Yarwa Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a honka. No, Yamwa shooing no, a boy who buy every home. And now Pa, Omuan Yarwana Dada, no monum doctor and Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya Omuntim Pose, Yaria Esomo, Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kanshi, and you may move Bia Yato in row, at to form friends 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedian Cratry, Maja to Musay.
Ye di japa bi o ye ntwem bronya ye den sempe breje di fo baby awo bia wo niam wo ton a ko Class Media Group na ni wo mun koksa no mo be ba mo to wo niam papa bi e wo CTV Ghana's #1 Accra 100.5 FM Kumasi 104.1 FM Sunyani 88.1 FM Tadi 99.1 FM Go 92.5 FM Dagbon 102.5 FM Addition 99.1 FM #1 105.3 FM and a Class FM online. Baby Aubia, baby Aupesa Tonia Mama Ghana Fubiara no Class Media Group and Ebeboa. Phone was 0245 929 220. That's 0245 929 220. Class Media Group. Yeboa
Upgrades are nice, but stepping up is woohoo! Because when you upgrade with GoTV, we'll step you up to the next package. Upgrade today to get more than more with Step Up, where if you're on GoTV Plus and upgrade to GoTV Max, you'll get even more with GoTV Super. Get big value, get big entertainment, get stepped up to even more with GoTV. Upgrade today on the My GoTV app or visit GoTVAfrica.com. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 31 March 2025.
Give us P capsules. A memedry. Manum bia benemua. Kani mitutu ya na minkuma bwa sese die. Betro esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules as well. E mane meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete womo no. Yedro no. Manum bi amama de me ho. Give us core capsules. Mrs. Moye ding. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Oh yeah. Hey, give us in row. A man need ya bebusiamu papa. Na bemaka give us P capsules. And ni give us core capsules bomunum dia. Na eni jeni ahwodeno. Wabrudo. Give us P capsules. A man wadi if you do what you do kronkwa na efa. Give us core capsules. A painful abatra one more menu for an kwada woni if you do me nunka ho. E wodro store beer motofonko Give us Herbal Center. Teshi Mobile. And na Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050-68-51135.
FD Ajay Edredi Nkratui Atu.
Starter, he's too fat to dance. Oh,
what? Try is with the market women.
Everybody can do what he does.
Be bold, be you, be you. Be bold. Be you. Charlie, be bold. Sisters, be bold. This year, let's go. Be bold, be bold, be you. Be bold, be you. Be bold, be you.
Rush Energy, be bold, be you.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended. Persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Upgrades.
100.5.
Jumada say, Yamio, Obeya Mahe, Wadaroma, and Como Ben and O Mayene.
And ye chere a drubia, and what Yaris Apomuding. Every mu kakra minyafa kwadu na se edua no ne hini no o ka ne hini na obi ka se enti na wo ho no okotwetwa kwadu ya na ye hyefom
ni hini
ne aduane na e wo fom na nkasa no edua na se no eno na mpese enka ho asem nti obi hwe Facebook no kro behu na ma page kakra
okay
na ye de kire Kwadu ya asma
me say many boss na I am say koko
I'm yeah koko
mankani oh to kwadu yini ni
kwadu na sin hidden
we no no team
me first time I mean who be
oh yes very good papa kwadu na sin hini esa ya de bibre
kan wasam kire
okay say me chia ne dika me chia watiefo na etie nyame hiro bibia so na kwadu asin hini no yo yare bi wo ho a ye nheda eni gidie se ebi ye wa obetime nyankwa mom ye ogidie se sa yare ne ye wa doctor betima manage na wodi afirim ye ka se obi manage ade a chese ade no ntime nyankwa
ne mo okrokra
no no wati se obewu busome a chese watime awu afe en no pese on kyerɛw yare bi ti se ye funu cancer anasa cancer bi e wo mogem ana obebi bi a cancer obabu wo kra ye se cancer wo na wodi enim na cancer wo na sesa ompe
yana ya mo kan cervical
cancer no ompe kwadu ase no aduane na hyefom ni na ne hia nso be woro ho yi no twetwa ompe yen ya champo ya cancer ne na me kire ne kwansa ompe yen champo ahaban a yen fa nya hwi a yembu no na ontete kakra so enguso na owie so a obetimi de tanager aka ho ye frɛ flower haban bi the friend said tanager
never of din is
ɛno deɛ me ankasa ma nkɔ school nti no ne ɔ ana me ka kyerɛ Dr. Sylvia ne betimi akyerɛ bo so ɔmo kɔ school a ɔmo kɔ nimdie entity ɛdro ne bi wɔ kora me kɔfa ba na ohun bi da aha na gya ɔno ayɛ ne hwehwɛm na ɔde abake eti Dr. Sylvia ɔsɛnka we wonyi ohwehwɛm ansa na
nka de ma me anka de kyerɛ nkrɔfo
oh yeah tanager no measure that de aba good a champion de obi anim but tanager de ahaban bi a common nhyɛ dan nye ahaban bi ho den bebree
but amanfo nim se sa
se we ne friend tanager no tia nti obetimi de aka ho ɛno yɛ cancer na ɛwɔ onipadua mu no ɛna fasa ahaban ne ka ho
se cancer ato nipadua nipa kwan
no but just say ɛyɛ kokuram no ɛna fa ka ho ne no a na ɛyɛ ulcer de mfa hwenka ho ulcer ebi obi a wo yɛ furukuro bi ade mfa hwenka ho I just will be an idiot severe pa.
Say also no kwaduni hini no
and no kwan on fire.
Oh, what you chat no one unum hunsu na no pania numri. Wow. A cancer the only 4 times cancer the na me chere ne de or the habane ka ho a severe one only 4 times say aton no fumu kra nyankopon do bu ana no fo na de ne da no fum ni na breast cancer
me say
obi ayaba ayedenden
that's right woman be fricophobia e ba na me kire no ade ne nane to the sense afa omia ade ne nane na afa omia mia no fo a na sent say miracle no
omane o say kwadwo apostle wow
yes
cancer
yes obi anyi ndi say etimi eko say ye wogidie say ye hye be ma roba ebetimi akwa eno so ye kokram ye wogidie say prostate titimi ye mema ema ne kwa kokram ni nia cancer cancer ni nia cancer so that say no mo ebididi so cancer no ye wo ne nchechemu ahodo 9 your first level second level third ndie na sa ginsem na so obi antimi nya hohwe ye twen se obewu ne afaw na won am de first second de wo de ade american ka emritie bi but one more the severe ne de one more ne sade make it say mema na o si positive how no mesom say more de anom one bedu 1 week no why release but na person mo tell say ekuro ntonto aso no be say na wotwe miensa
senya continue
na see ntu
woni ma de ya me wanwa I wo Aja Abraham on say most of the people my turn radio so check akra
yeah
the omon tell adekro
oh
they are Abraham oba but when you are giving us a free consultation
yen se me nia ne ko mutuma dro hu nia obo akra free studio na hu nkro cha na onje so
I see
yes wa be kire dro no so onje so bebre sida na ena nyame so acha de bi so cha made obo otimi ba keke ba ma so e be cha made keke
enti kwadu hini teenager ena de
a champion ahabanya na onfa noa nonnom obi a wutie me bia ofo so obi wo cancer se wo ye mbema da eja we mu eda ojunso twa ne mu UTI no be bia etie bia on de onfa ngum na onye
nyame ojunso a be ka kra ka doc de no e be ma na ojunso abohu se asa wo chem anka ojunso de nyese ade o chem ni nyina nso e correcting kama once ojunso ko ti pain anani be ma mu hyehyere no nso esiesie no kama
sa afei obi o kidney stone your kidney yare na be stone eno so onwa eno mo fa hwe ntum ado be kan wo ye wedi aba keke wedi aba kakra bi peno de be guso mo fa no be break tuwa bi keke no de guso na wanoa anom kidney stone no sa kidney stone type no eno ode be kan ho na wanoa afobu ho an kokoboba mo je free ne to yesi koko ni ade so obi de edro we kana no a ohunu ni obeye
so with okokobo de we no kwa na abenoa
obenoa we no kwa obi akoko ne kokobo pie ana koko hano no ana se ni sisim eya ne yankasa nkasa
o trase koko yi dog eya no mo maye ye bra mo me ko twitwa nnua bi no mo de ahya ye se afre bibia petese sa na ya ne nkrofo ka no
ni na ewo ho ebi susu ano ebi nsu tu ase ebi so ano ebi tu ase but koko yare no pese ni pantia se ye ka se syphilis ye wo koko ye wa ni na wo yafrum ne wo yade ne ye keka nia white ya ehu se ye fesi ase bon ebi bibia fifiri ase ni na wo yafrum ne wo na sabio kakra bi na wahunu wo wase.
But interestingly, I think Nkrofo no problem kakra. So Ofori Delali says, Bobby, look, I like the doctor. But Andrew say, oh no, or they Ofori Nyajune. Because how can I know Samuel prostrate?
The enomon kaho. Obenum wedra no wie. Na wo wie na benum medie na no wano. Open so ano medie no wie na we no enso so ade ano. Obi o tie me bia 13 years ni edura me de ba fidie so bia anya edura eso so yare ano edura tatahwe kura obi challenge me no owani yare a obi owani yare bi officer na ni ha no onko pe mango fresh one on say mango ba so flower bi mango ahaban bi so flower ansa na bobo mango no I say in Kosia, a so flower bi ansa na ato mango no sa flower no na nipa ntete what a tea on fanka we ho and yare bi a dani pan so say pressure on any so on the nipa no say ye me ba hada beba ono abefraka obi o wani yare obu asani a enwura bi na won nani so ase ohwade a ohwade brown kra na no nani ontimi drive night na apart from night ne kwa bedan ho di mame ame to aso a no my kama na obehwe na nipa ko no hwe se obewuru ho yie ansana where you should a good ankasa afa toxic via war system ni na a clear ni na afa diabetes obi o diabetes biara onso ade amachire hwe obi a wo diabetes bo modin asa obekwa kope but diabetes be bia duru no agye no